The Green Irish top 5 to arrive. Got Park McDonagh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome McDonagh Park for the North Tipperary Intermediate Hurling Final between the men from Shannon Rovers, the champions here today, in their white with red hoop across the chest, and the men from Tulloch Shasta Newport in their yellow with blue across the chest. And the teams: Newport team in goals, Ger Floyd; right back John O'Brien; full back Martin Ryan; left corner back John Ryan. The half back line: on the right Timmy Jones, in the centre Larry McGrath, and on the left DJ O'Brien, Ilorna Parker, Jerry Carey and Connie McGrath. The half forward line: right half forward Timmy Floyd, centre half forward Ger Bradley, and left half forward Connie Keating. And the full forward line: top of the right John Keating, full forward Noel O'Gorman, and top of the left Pat Shinners. August Fern O'Shannon Rovers. In goals Pat Malachny, right corner back Ger Linan, full back Tom Burke, and left corner back Sean Dorsey. The half back line: on the right Liam Hogan, in the centre Jim Malachny, and on the left Seamus Sullivan. The midfield: Joe Hannigan and Timmy Carroll. The half forward line: right half forward Ger Dorsey, centre half forward Michael Burke, and left half forward Sean O'Mara. And the full forward line: top of the right Paul Hogan, full forward Timmy Tierney, and top of the left and Jerry O'Mara. Ray Thorinov, Shay Seamus, Shay Johnny McDonald o Ross Gray. And as the teams parade behind the Nina brass band, the pre-match parade for the 1986 North Tipperary Intermediate Hurling Final gets underway. Shannon Rovers led by their captain Tom Burke. Newport led by their captain Larry McGrath. And as the Nina Brass Band make their way over here to the sideline in front of the national flag. The roar of the drum. Agus Moran Navian. Referee John MacDonald checking with his umpires, and any moment now the intermediate championship will be underway. The final between Shannon Rovers and Newport, and the game is in progress. And his first to break away there is Timmy Tierney along the ball on the ground towards John O'Brien of Newport, getting the ball out. But it's cleared out the further field there by DJ O'Brien out towards this side of the field and racing out here to get it. And the ground, that ball seemed to come off, picked off the ground. That ball being sent in. Rovers men battling for there into the hands of cornerback Ger Linehan, and Ger shot only goes as far as the Newport man. That Newport man is Carey. But that ball being sent out by Jim Malachny, and Jim's probing shot towards the direction of John O'Brien. John Bisa, he's marked to the pole there. John O'Brien still with the ball, flicks it outfield, out to open space, but nobody out there. He's pulled on the ground by Joe Hannigan, comes off the send out field there. Up towards centre midfield man. McGrath on the ball, going to save there by Pat Malachny. We're leaving clearance by Pat Malachny. The opening seconds of this game brisk at the moment. The ball breaking on the far side of the field. Battling for it over there is John Ryan, the cornerback for Newport. As is the centre half forward Michael Burke. Into the hands of, but breaking over to this side of the field and racing in to get her there is the corner forward. That's Jerry O'Mara. Jerry having a shot, is saved by the goalkeeper Jerry Floyd. Flicks it out towards his cornerback. That's John Ryan. John keeps the ball on the ground. Up towards centre half forward. That's Bradley. Ger shot is blocked down by the centre half back Jim Malachny. Jim Malachny clearing the ball down a little bit further down the field towards the centre half back Larry McGrath. Larry shot up between the full back and the full forward, but it's the corner forward at the moment. Throwing that ball in, but Pat Malachny saving it and clearing it out the field, out towards the far side of the field, going out over the sideline. Sideline cut to Newport. Sideline cut, send in field, don't touch towards Jim Malachny. Jim pulls it along the ground towards the centre half forward Michael Burke. That ball sent in field by the Lar McGrath, the centre half back for, and racing back to get it there is the wing back Liam Hogan. Liam with the ball towards the middle of the field into the hands of Joe Hannigan. Joe shot going very close to the sideline, kept in play over there. That's the wing back Timmy Jones. Timmy's probing shot across to this side of the field. The ball comes off the shoulders and sent out the field out by Liam Hogan. Breaking back towards Joe Hannigan. Joe trying to work his way through. Is beaten to the ball there by the wing back Timmy Jones. Timmy shot up towards the midfield man. And that ball is in across there towards Floyd. Timmy Floyd, and Timmy foul in possession. Ger Bradley with the free. about 45 metres out. Ger cuts this one low, but it's gone high and over the bar. First score of the Intermediate Championship with about 4 minutes gone in the game. Pat Malachny's puck out against the wind. A mighty puck. It goes about 50 metres out from the Newport goals. Liam Hogan battling for it over there. Liam Steep keeping the ball in play, sending it along the sideline. O'Mara battling for it over there. The ball sent in field in towards this side of the field. And racing over here to get it is Timmy Tierney. That ball going in, but cleared out there a little bit by John O'Brien. Further outfield by Timmy Jones. Into the hands of Joe Hannigan. Joe with the ball in his stick. Joe looking up, sending it in towards the goalkeeper, Floyd. Safely caught in the hands of Ger Floyd under the tackles of Timmy Tierney. And that ball going out over the sideline, despite the vain efforts there of Ger Carey to keep it in play. Joe Hannigan with the sideline cut. Joe cuts this one in towards the direction of his centre half forward. Michael Burke with that ball sent in field a little bit further. Miscued out by the full back, and the ball going out over the end line and wide. The full back there, Martin Ryan. And the ball, luckily for him, going out over the end line and wide as Ger Floyd prepares to take the puck out. Ger's puck on midfield, batted down in there. Breaks towards the wing forward, Connie Keating. Connie shot going out over the end line and wide. Pat Malachny's puck into the wind. Into the hands of Carey there, Ger Carey. Ger over on the far side, sending it in towards the full back and the full forward. Breaks between them. Breaking out to this side of the field towards the corner forward. That's John Keating. John shot towards the wing forward, Timmy Floyd. Timmy having a shot and a point. Pat Malachny's puck out. And the hand on the back there, referee penalising Joe Hannigan for the hand on the back. A free to Newport. Joe Bradley to take the free. Do you remember the Tipperary team who played Kilkenny in a challenge game in Clough yesterday? Ger sending this one out over the end line and wide. Pat Malachny's puck out towards the direction of Timmy Tierney. Kept flicked in the air by Tierney, but only into the hands of Timmy Jones. Timmy foul in possession there by Seamus Sullivan. A free to Newport and a free to Ger Carey. Ger sending this one high. The umpire signal is high and over the bar. Pat Malachny's puck out towards the far side of the field. Racing over there to get to this Jerry O'Mara, but only into the hands of Ger Carey, the man who scored a point just a few moments ago. Up towards the corner forward. He's beaten to the ball there by the cornerback, Ger Linan. The ball gone all over the sideline, gone over the sideline. Jim Malachny with the sideline cut. Jim cuts this one on the ground. Pulled there along, further up by field by Joe Hannigan, but a foul there on a Shannon Rovers man, so a free and 2 Rovers. Sean O'Mara with the free for Shannon Rovers. Sean sending this one out over the end line and wide. The man down injured there was Timmy Carroll. That puck out from Ger Fly towards his brother Timmy. Timmy shot is blocked down by Seamus Sullivan. Seamus flicks the ball towards Joe Hannigan. And Joe with the ball in his stick being chased by send the ball in towards Sean O'Mara. Sean flicks the ball in towards centre half forward Timmy Tierney. Timmy towards the ball towards the side of the field. Gone over the sideline. Pat Hogan trying, or Jerry O'Mara trying effortlessly to get to there. The sideline cut for Newport to be taken by John O'Brien. John cuts it infield into the hands of Ger Carey. Ger kicks it along the ground and gets away with a lucky bounce of the ball as Ger, being chased by 2 Rovers men, keeps the ball along the ground towards the far side of the field, flicks it up towards the wing forward Connie Keating. Connie having a shot and it's high and over the bar. Pat Malachny's puck practically on midfield into the hands of Michael Burke. Drop for a moment, sent out there by Connie McGrath out over the sideline. Line ball to the Rovers. Jim Malachny coming over to this side of the field to take it. Jim take out the sideline, cuts. Seamus Sullivan and Ger Bradley shoulder to shoulder here. That ball being sent by Malachny in towards the hands of Hannigan. Sent further upfield there by Tierney into the hands of Sullivan. Seamus working his way out of trouble, but blocked down by Bradley. And Bradley being chased by Hannigan. Bradley with the ball in his stick. Hand pass it out towards this side of the field towards Timmy Fly. Timmy looking up, sending it in low and sending it over the end line and wide. Pat Malachny's puck out, pulling in the air there by Timmy Tierney. That ball breaks back towards Carey. Carey with that ball being batted out and coming out to collect it and clear it out the field is the cornerback for Sean Dorsey. Sean flicking the ball up the field, up towards the full forward. But he's beating to the ball. It's sent in field there by O'Mara. Into it goes only as far as Floyd. Jeff Floyd's shot is blocked down. And clearance get it further outfield by Carey. Sent upfield, up towards this side of the field. Racing over here to get it is Keating. Kept in, or Pat Shinners, that ball gone over the sideline. Jim Malachny with the sideline cut for Rovers. Infield. Into the hands of a Newport man, that's the centre field man, Carey. Ger in towards centre half forward Bradley. Another Ger. Ger shows half blocked down. Battling back there for this Pat Shinners. Goes into the hands of Noel Gorman. Noel high and over the bar. The evergreen Noel O'Gorman, a man familiar with full back position, but today playing in a full forward role. Sending that ball high and over the bar. Puck out by Malachny. Batted down there by Larry McGrath in towards Ger Bradley. Ger with the ball in his stick being chased by Jim Malachny. Flicking the ball away from him, did Jim. But racing back to get it is Bradley. Bradley, determination on the face of Bradley, sends that ball infield. In towards O'Gorman. O'Gorman and Burke pulled for together, and that ball going out over the end line and wide. Pat Malachny's puck. So, and the referee penalising the Newport man for holding before the ball came. Timmy Jones there being penalised for holding before the ball came. The free to Rovers. Jim Malachny to take the free. And Jim sending this one. Kept in play on the, but cleared out by gone out over the end line and wide. Umpire had signalled wide. Jeff Floyd's puck out. Flicked along there by Liam Hogan towards Gerard Carey of Newport, but it's Hogan. Liam Hogan battling for it over there still. That ball going towards Keating. Keating sent the ball in towards the corner forward position. Pat Shinners battling for it out there. Still Pat Shinners on the ball. Fair-haired Pat sending this one high and over the bar. Pat operating a right corner forward, but going across to the left and putting that ball high and over the bar. A scoreline of Newport 6 points, and the men from Shannon's side have yet to register a score as the puck out from Malachny. Timmy Jones battling for it. The midfield man there is Connie McGrath. That ball breaks towards Seamus Sullivan. Seamus, the black helmet of Seamus, sending the ball upfield. Up towards the full forward. That's Timmy Tierney. But Timmy Tierney's beaten to there by John O'Brien. That ball breaking out to this side of the field. Towards Timmy Carroll. Timmy Carroll shot didn't go where intended. It's sent infield by Liam Hogan, and racing over there to get it is Carey. Ger on the far side being chased by O'Mara. Ger getting his shot in between, but in towards Bradley. Bradley in towards the cornerback for Rovers, so clears it out. That's Sean Dorsey. Sean's shot half blocked down. Timmy Tierney and Liam Hogan battling for it over there, as is Ger Carey, and the ball kicked upfield towards this side of the field, towards a wing forward. That's Sean O'Mara. Sean having a shot and a point. The first score of the game there for Rovers, a point. That puck out goes into the hands of Timmy Floyd from his brother Jerry's puck out. Timmy's pass towards Ger Bradley. Ger with the ball in the hand. Looking up, the umpire signalling wide. A switch on the Rovers team. Joe Hennigan gone right corner forward to mark John O'Brien. The puck out from Pat Malachny. Pulled over there by Gerard Darcy, and that ball going out over the sideline. Line ball to Rovers. And preparing to take it is Jerry O'Mara. The sideline cut being taken by Jerry, goes through a sea of players. Sent out by John O'Brien. That ball makes a deflection. Slid out a little bit further there by DJ O'Brien. Going towards the sideline, out over the sideline. Almost on the same position as the other line ball, and it's Jerry O'Mara to take it one more time. Jerry cutting this one high. Batted out by John O'Brien. Batted out by the fullback Martin Ryan. Joe Hennigan battling for it in there. That ball breaks out towards a Rovers man. His shot is blocked down. Tries to keep it on the ground, Jerry O'Mara. That ball cleared up by centre half back Larry McGrath. Cleared off field by Jim Malachny. Kept further upfield by Liam Hogan. Hardy pulling over on the far side, and that ball going out over the side, and that ball coming off the stick there of John Ryan. And the linesman preparing to throw the ball in. Stalemate for a moment as that ball breaks out towards this side of the field. Up the field by Timmy Jones. Up towards Ger Bradley and Jim Malachny. Malachny gets first to the pull. And racing over here together is Seamus Sullivan and Timmy Floyd. That ball going off the stick of the linesman, says a throw-in ball. And the crowd don't seem to agree with him. But it's a throw-in between Sullivan and Jones. Stay close to the sideline. Sullivan's flicking it out over the sideline. Line ball to Newport. John O'Brien with the sideline cut. Cuts it in field in towards the direction of Pat Shinners, or breaks towards Ger Bradley. Ger being challenged there by Jim Malachny. Bradley succeeding in trying to get that ball up. Sending a little bit, and the ball takes the deflection off the Newport men. Yes, sideline cut to Jim Malachny and Shannon Rovers. Jim cuts it in field towards Timmy Tierney. Misses Joe Hannigan as well, but into the hands of Michael Burke. Michael towards Joe Hannigan, a good hand pass there. Joe fumbles the ball, leaves it behind him. And aforementioned Michael Burke gets back and recovers it. Sends it far side of the field towards O'Mara. Burke coming to cornerback. That's John Ryan. John clearing his lines, leaving the ball behind him. The referee has penalised the Newport man for the elbow before the ball came. Sean O'Mara with the free. Sean sending this one high, and the reaction of the crowd tell the tale as the scoreline reads. Fáic na Seanna, Gá Coolín, Tulloch Shasta, Shea Coolín. Ger flies puck out towards Seamus Sullivan. Seamus clearing the ball up there, beating Timmy Floyd. Up between the wing back and the wing forward, with that ball breaking into the hands of John O'Brien. John working his way out of defence, still trying to work his way out. Michael Burke battling for her there. Michael gets the ball back towards the midfield man previously, Joe Hannigan. Joe leaves 2 men in his wake there, turns the ball in towards Timmy Tierney. Timmy, a goal! Joe Hannigan to Timmy Tierney, and the ball was in the back of the net. Meanwhile, Ger flies puck out. Players bunch for it over there, but clearing it outfield is the cornerback, Ger Linnane. Goes up towards Joe Hannigan. Joe, the man, maker of the goal. The pass will pass that ball in. Joe keeping the ball on the ground towards the far corner, towards O'Mara. O'Mara shot is blocked down by Ryan, and it's O'Mara, or it's Hannigan with the ball, hand passing it out towards the number 10. That's Ger Darcy. That one going out over the end line and wide. Puck out from Floyd. Pull there. And that ball going out over the end line and wide. Pat Malachny's puck out. The breeze has died down here at McDonagh Park. Connie Keating flicking the ball across field towards the direction of Ger Bradley. Ger didn't succeed in getting that one. Seamus Sullivan does. Seamus gets the ball on the ground. That ball blocked down by midfield man Connie McGrath. Connie battling for it, but it's Timmy Floyd. Timmy's hand pass out towards Ger Bradley, but beaten to the pull there by Sean Darcy. Ball breaking back towards Timmy Floyd and towards Connie McGrath, and that one going, I'm afraid, very wide indeed. Pat Malachny's puck out. Pulled in there by Seamus Sullivan. Keating, or McGrath pulls on it. Connie up towards the far corner forward, but it's the cornerback, Ger Linnane, battling for it out there, sending it infield. Out towards the loose man, that's Jim Malachny. Jim loose and plenty of space, sending it up towards the wing forward. That's Ger Darcy. Will the wind take that ball over the sideline? Yes, it does. Gone out over the sideline. Line cut to Newport. sideline cut to be taken by DJ O'Brien. One-handed swing there from Michael Burke towards Joe Hannigan. Joe looking up, and that ball going out off the fingers of the goalkeeper at the expense of a 65. .65-metre free, Sean O'Mara to take it. Sean sending this one towards the direction of the referee, but all over the end line and wide. And Scoranish, Tulloch, Shasta, Shea Cooleen, Ferk Nashana, Ain Cool, Agus Gá Cooleen. Jeff flies puck out, broken in the air there, towards the wing back for Rovers, Liam Hogan. Left to the corner, wing back against Seamus Sullivan. That ball sent in by Keating and sent out over the end line and wide. Pat Malachny with the puck out. Into the hands of Joe Hannigan. Joe being bottled up, hand pass it out towards Timmy Tierney. Timmy pulls first time, gets the ball in. Joe Hannigan working his way through, flicks it out towards O'Mara. O'Mara beating the ball for the pull, but that ball sent across to the centre field, and the aforementioned O'Mara, as the Rover supporters getting behind their team at the moment. Sean O'Mara sending that ball low and out over the end line and wide. Jeff flies puck out, blocked down by Seamus Sullivan, flicked in the air by Sullivan, along towards Hannigan, now back at midfield. That flick out towards the corner forward. That's Jerry O'Mara. Jerry in towards Tierney. Tierney beaten to the pull that time by Martin Ryan. The cornerback, the wing back and the wing forward, battling forward out there. DJ O'Brien gets his clearance. Only comes as far as midfield man. Kerry kicks the ball on the ground, but that goes back towards Joe Hannigan of Rovers. Joe looking up. Joe sending the probing shot in between the fullback and the full forward. It's stopped by the fullback. It's breaking there by O'Mara, and that ball sent out harmlessly out over the end line by Sean O'Mara. And I hear Nola Gorman shouting there too, as that ball comes off the stick of Timmy Tierney. Nola Gorman shouting words of instructions there to John O'Brien, his cornerback. Connie McGrath with the sideline cut across towards the midfield man, Carey, but it's Liam Hogan who read the situation well and comes way out the field with the ball, gaining space all the time. And ground, as since that ball upfield is pulled on there by DJ O'Brien, who miscues it completely, battling for it over there with O'Mara, Jerry. O'Brien gets a flick outfield, but it's another man, Sean O'Mara. Sean getting that one high out over the end line and wide. Ger Floyd's puck out into the hands of corner forward John Keating. John's shot is blocked down, kept along the ground there by Timmy Tierney. Only into the hands of Jones, Timmy Jones, in towards Keating. John. That ball breaking Malachny, a great save from Pat Malachny as Nola Gorman tries to, and that ball gone out at the expense of a 65. A battle duel there between Nola Gorman and Pat Malachny, and that ball going out at the expense of a 65. The 65-metre free, that one sent over the bar there by midfield man Ger Carey. The puck out from Malachney. Towards this side of the field, racing over here to get at this. Sean O'Mara. Sean. Shot comes off his hand out over the sideline. John O'Brien, a cornerback to take it. John cuts it short into the hands of McGrath, or into the hands of McGrath, and that one going out over the sideline. Sideline cut there to Newport. Connie McGrath to take it. Connie cutting the sideline cut in between Malachney. Save by Malachney and the goals. And the referee had awarded a free out to the Rovers. Free out there, a challenge on Pat Malachney, a free out to referee Johnny MacDonald, indicating a free out. Pat Malachney's free. 3-4 Rovers men go for it together. That ball break back towards TJ O'Brien. DJ shot up along the far sideline, racing over there to get his Gerard Bradley. That ball going out over the sideline. Jim Malachney with the sideline cut. Cuts it in field, sent out by McGrath. That was missed by Sullivan there in the middle of the field. Breaking back towards Bradley, who missed it in turn. But it's Liam Hogan situation, remnant situation there for Rovers. And that ball going out over the sideline. And there goes the half-time whistle. A half-time which has brought us a scoreline of Tulloch Shasta, Shock Coolleen, Fach na Shana, Ain Cool, Agus Gaw Coolleen. That's Shannon Rovers 7 points, Newport 1-2. Emmy Rash live, Igaun Coupla Nomad.
Get him to sit down there. See Frank Moran there. Go down there and tell him to sit down. Frank! Yeah, you gave him a call, did you? How you shouting?
I thought he heard it.
Lynn!
Tá fáilte roimh areis go Dara Flihe. Welcome back to the second half of the intermediate hurling final as the ball is sent infield there by George Arce, but it's the cornerback for Newport. John Ryan getting the ball up to the midfield man Carey. Kept further upfield there by Pat Chinners towards the full forward, Noel O'Gorman. Noel battling for it out there with the fullback Tom Burke. O'Gorman sending the ball against the fullback, but it's a wing back there. Liam Hogan getting the ball out and towards the hands of Ger Carey. That ball going out over the end line and wide. The puck out from Pat Malachney. DJ O'Brien battling for it. Two Ryans, Martin and John Ryan battling for it there together. The ball coming out towards the centre half back. Larry McGrath going off over the sideline. And the linesman indicating a Rovers ball. Timmy Tierney to take it. Timmy Carroll to take it, I should say. Timmy cuts this one short towards Joe Hannigan. Into the hands of Darcy. Darcy loses it but leaves it towards the wing back. Jerry O'Brien for Newport. The ball going hither and thither, gone over the sideline. Another line ball to Rovers, and looks like as if he's looking for Jim Malachney to take this one. Joe Hannigan calling Jim Malachney to take this sideline cut. Jim's sideline cut high and over the bar. The first score of the second half with a little under a minute gone. Shannon Rovers 1-3, Newport 7 points. As Ger flies puck out. Put it on the ground there by Timmy Jones. Kept up there by Jerry Carey. Up towards the corner forward position there, the cornerback. That's Sean Dorsey getting that ball out. Back towards Sean O'Mara. O'Mara's shot is blocked on the far side. Into the hands of Carey. Carey's sitting along the, going towards the sideline, gone out over the sideline. Line ball to Rovers and Jim Malachny. Jim cuts this one. It's blocked down by Keating. But his shot in turn is blocked down by Michael Burke. Into the hands of Hannigan. Joe is fouled in possession of free end to Rovers. And it's O'Mara sending that one high. Sean O'Mara sending that one high and over the bar. And the teams are now level with the scoreline of Shannon Rovers 1-4, Newport 7 points. The ball pucked out there, battling for this Michael Burke. Joe Hannigan in the action as well. Joe gets that ball up towards the corner forward and cornerback position. And that ball going very close to the end line, gone out over the end line and wide. Marshalled out there by the fullback Martin Ryan. The puck out broken in midfield there by Larry McGrath. But it's Joe Hannigan succeeds in getting that ball up, foul in possession, and shows the ball there to Connie McGrath. Sean O'Mara with the free. Low, pulled in there. Send over the bar there, a pull there by full forward Timmy Tierney. Could have ended up in the net, but over the bar. The lead for Rovers as that puck out from goes towards Keating. Batted out further by Hannigan. Seems to takes a knock over on the far side. Ball breaking back towards Ger Darcy. Ger's hand pass up and the referee penalises. The referee penalising the Newport man there for a pull after the ball had gone. Joe Hannigan back in the action again. Meanwhile, the free for Sean O'Mara. Sean sending this one over the bar. Shannon Rovers 1-6. Newport 7 points. The puck out from Ger Floyd, pulled in the air there by Carey, into the hands of another Floyd, that's Timmy Floyd, on direction of the wing forward, John Keating. John sending that shot in towards Nola Gorman, but that ball going out over the end line and wide. The puck out from Pat Malachny with the aid of the breeze, lodging about 30 metres out from the Rovers goals, or from Newport goals. Pulled it on the ground there by Carroll, in towards cleared up by John O'Brien, the full-back. A lot of hardy pulling going on in there, but that breaks ball breaks back towards Michael Burke. Michael having a shot. There's a name maybe in the referee's book, but Johnny McDonald just checking the scoreline. He's a word of warning there to the full forward as Jerry Floyd prepares to take the puck out from the resultant point. A substitution on the Newport team. Connie McGrath being replaced on the Newport team, and I will tell you a substitution in a few moments. That ball from the puck out, going off the hand of O'Mara out over the sideline. For quick sideline taken there. Referee wants the ball placed again. The sideline cut taken on the far side by Timmy Floyd and gone off of the sideline, off the stick of a Rovers man. Timmy Floyd to take the sideline cut. Only goes in as far as Jim O'Loughlin. Jim seemed to have all the... and Jim... or Timmy Tierney there is foul in possession. Timmy Carroll foul in possession and a free out to the Rovers. Pat O'Loughlin making his way out from goals to take the free. And Pat with the free, lofting it high and wide. Jerry flies puck out into the hands of John Keating. John Keating shot in towards the corner forward. Just Ger Bradley at the moment, and Ger is grounded. A free into Newport. That free being taken by Bradley, sending a save by O'Loughlin in the goals, and making his way out to the side of the field, being chased by two Rovers men, or by two Newport men. Pat O'Loughlin is still working his way out, and a long relieving clearance, but only comes back into the hands of 13, John Keating. John flicks that ball in field. Nola Gorman pulls that, but it's the full back. Tom Burke back relieving, clearing his lines there, send the ball upfield. But up on this side of the field, John O'Brien tries to get away. Ger Dorsey gets it away. And towards wing back Seamus Sullivan. Seamus Sullivan towards. And the referee has blown his whistle. A foul there on the corner forward, Pat Hogan. And that one high and over the bar. Jerry Fly with the puck out into the hands of Burke. Burke across, Burke towards Dorsey. Dorsey looking up, sending this one out over the end line and wide. The ball pucked out from Bradley towards Keating. Keating misses it over there, and that one gone out over the sideline. Sideline cut to Rovers. Jim O'Loughlin need to take it. Sideline cut. Gone now to the expense of a 65 off the stick of the cornerback there, John Ryan. Sean O'Mara with the 65-metre. Hits the post and comes back into play. Into the hands of the corner forward. And that one going out over the end line, off the stick of Pat Hogan and wide. Ger Floyd's puck out. Batted down by Joe Hannigan, kept moving further field there by Michael Burke. Sent up further there by O'Mara, and it's Sean O'Mara at the moment on the ball, sending that one out over the end line and wide. Rovers throwing away a few scoreable chances now as Jerry Floyd pucks that ball out towards Tierney. Timmy Carroll of Rovers in towards Timmy Tierney. Timmy and Hogan battling for together. Pat Hogan sending that one out over the end line and wide. Ger Floyd's puck out. Along the ground there by DJ O'Brien. Kept further upfield there by Ger Bradley in towards the full back and the full forward. It's Mike Burke, the full back, getting that ball out towards his cornerback Sean Darcy. Sean bottled up and referee awarding a free out. Pat Mallockney taking this free, sending it in towards open spaces, but it's Timmy Floyd. Timmy fouled after a free on Timmy Floyd there after. Centre half back Larry McGrath to take the free. Up along this side of the field. Pulled there by Gerard Darcy on the ball going, or Liam Hogan on the ball going out over the sideline. Sideline cut to Newport. Gerard Kerry to take it. Gerard cuts this one in when he goes into the hands of the cornerback Gerald Linan as he battles his way out towards midfield man Timmy Carroll, towards Darcy. Gerard Darcy get that ball up from the evaded attackers of two Newport men. Gerard still going with the ball. Seems to be pushed, but referee waving play on. Battling for it out there is Michael Burke. Hardy intermediate hurling there, and the referee there, John McDonnell. Coming to the rescue, some hefty pulling in there. Meanwhile, a throw in between Darcy and Floyd. Ball flicked across to the far side, and racing over there together is the corner forward, Jerry O'Mara. Jerry sending that ball upfield towards Joe Hannigan. Joe beaten to the ball by John O'Brien. John's clearance out towards the middle of the field. Outdoor centre half back to Larry McGrath. Larry McGrath's shot is blocked down by Sean Darcy. Sean Darcy's hand pass out towards his wing back Liam Hogan. Liam relieving clearance upfield. Up in the corner back and the corner forward. Where's the full back Martin Ryan. Martin gets a second by the Cherry and clears the ball outfield. Good catch up there by Ger Carey. But it's Liam Hogan battling for it over there as ball breaking over to the far side. Whereas Jerry O'Mara on the far side of the field being chased. Still O'Mara trying to work his way through. Some hefty off the ball pulling at the moment, but meanwhile the action keeps going up towards the side of the field, and racing over here to get it is the Keating. Keating, the ball breaks towards The substitution, that's number 19, the ball breaking in between Nola Gorman and the ball going out over the end line and wide. The substitution on the Newport team was Anthony Floyd, number 19, in replace of Connie McGrath. That ball going out over the end line and wide. Pat Malachny's puck out, a long puck out, goes into the hands of John O'Brien. John's clearance into the hands of Joe Hannigan. Joe being chased by, and a pull from behind there. And I was referee John McDonnell, I'm sure, will have to take some action. A free into Rovers from the resultant tackle. O'Mara to take it. Umpire signalling wide. Jerry Fly's puck out. Hardy pulling in the middle of the field there. That ball breaks towards Jerry Carey. Jerry with the ball in his stick, being chased by two Rovers men, making his way towards goals. Flicks it across the goals. He's breaking out there towards Floyd, across towards the corner forward Shinners. Shinners back towards Floyd. O'Gorman battling for it in there. That ball breaking out towards Keating. Keating trying to work his way up in towards goals. That ball being cleared up by Timmy Carroll. Up further upfield there by centre half forward Burke, out over the end line and wide. Flies puck out, flicked across there by Jim Malachny. Up towards the corner forward position, but it's John O'Brien, the Newport corner back, turning into attack up towards Keating. John. While breaking in there towards another Keating, that's John. While breaking towards Ger Bradley. Ger pulling it in there, but didn't succeed in getting it in. While breaking out to this side of the field. And it's the midfield man, Ger Carey. Ger looking up and sending this one out over the end line and wide. .24 minutes gone in the game as Pat Malachny takes this puck out. Into the hands of Michael Burke. A second, and Michael is fouled in possession there by DJ O'Brien. A swish of the magic bottle or the magic aerosol or whatever it is to Michael Burke there, and meanwhile Timmy Carroll preparing to take the free. Timmy sending this one. The cheer of the crowd tell they score. A score line of Shannon Rovers 1-8, Newport. Shannon Rovers 1-9, Newport 7 points. Puck out from the far side of the field and towards Michael Burke. Michael battling for it over there. And the linesman has raised his flag. The ball has gone over the line. Sideline cut. Jim Malloch need to take it. Jim cutting this one infield. The centre half back Larry McGrath, Newport getting the ball out towards Keating. Tried to make Jones swing a 6 off season doing so, but that's that ball only into open space. Sean Darcy battles for it but didn't get it out. Nola Gorman does, but only goes as far as the wing back. Seamus Sullivan. Seamus sending that ball towards Pat Shenners of Newport, and Pat trying to work his way towards goals. Pat, a former wing back, now in a forward position, and that ball breaking in towards Ger Linan. Ger, bandaged knee and all, working his way out of defence and clearing the ball out towards the far side of the field, where over there on the far side is Timmy Jones battling for it with Jerry O'Mara, and it's O'Mara who gets the ball on his stick. Hand pass up towards Burke, and the linesman indicating that the ball had crossed the line. Sideline cut. Jim Malloch needs to take it. From the resultant free, Jim Malloch sends this one high and over the bar. Apologies there, that was Timmy Carroll. My apologies, Timmy Carroll. The puck out from Ger Floyd into the hands of centre half back Larry McGrath. Only into the hands of the cornerback Sean Darcy, and Sean on this side of the field sending that ball up towards the corner forward position, but it's Martin Ryan, the fullback, trying to work his way out there, being chased by Timmy Tierney. That ball breaking back towards the cornerback John Ryan, or John O'Brien. O'Brien's clearance out towards DJ O'Brien, but into the hands at the moment of Timmy Floyd. Joe Hannigan battling for it, leaving the ball towards Sullivan in towards O'Mara, and that one gone out over the end line at the expense of a 65. Timmy Carroll with the 65 over the end line and wide. Six minutes left in the game on my stopwatch as Jerry Floyd pucks this one out into the hands of John Keating, across towards Bradley. Bradley trying to work his way through, succeeds in doing so. Still going through, flicks it on towards Keating into the hands of a Rovers man. That's Sean Darcy. Sean flicking it on defence towards his cornerback Ger Linan, out towards Joe Hannigan. Joe's clearance upfield up towards the full forward Timmy Tierney. Timmy being beaten to the ball there by Martin Ryan, and ball breaking back there towards O'Mara. But breaking on this side of the field is Pat Hogan. Hogan having a shot back towards a loose man with the Newport defence there. DJ O'Brien getting that ball out a little bit. And the ball gone out over the sideline there, off the a Rovers line ball. For a moment, not there for the Newport ball, but Rovers line ball it is. Seem to take a deflection off the Newport defence. Jim O'Loughlin coming up from centre half back to take the sideline cut. Jim cutting this one high. The cheer of the crowd tell the tale as Shannon Rovers now lead on a scoreline of 111 to Newport, 7 points. That puck out on the far side of the field, and racing over to get it there is John O'Brien, the cornerback. John sending it off the stick of a Rovers man out over the sideline. Pat Shinner's battling for there on the far side. Pat keeps it along the ground towards Noel O'Gorman. Noel pulling for it in there, saved by Pat Malachny in the goals. And Malachny, a knock on the head there. That ball being referee awarding a free to and Johnny McDonald there the referee looking for attention for Pat Malachny, the Rovers goalkeeper. And Pat Malachny back in the fray and taking the free out. That ball batted on there by Timmy Floyd. Running into the hands of another Timmy, and that's Timmy Carroll, who sends it high and over the bar. Shannon Rovers 112, Newport 7 points as we approach a little under 2 minutes to go in this game. The puck out towards the end goes into the hands of Michael Burke, and Michael having a shot. The umpire looking, but that one has gone out over the end line and wide. And there's no whistle there, but the players seem to think so. As that ball be sent upfield, up towards the full back and the full forward. Breaks in towards the wing forward, Sean O'Mara, but Sean's beaten the shot there by John O'Brien. John flicking the ball upfield. Batted on there by Ger Linan. Ger getting the ball out this side of the field. Out towards number 10, another Ger, that's Ger Darcy. Ger and DJ O'Brien battling for it together. And it's into the hands of the Ger Carey. Ger sending that ball in, but it's steered out there by Ger Linan of Shannon Rovers. Only into the hands of Ger Bradley. Ger's shot is blocked down and is steered out a little bit further by Jim Malachny. A lot of scrappy play at the moment, but it's Seamus Sullivan getting the ball out towards Joe Hannigan. Joe loose on the far side, not loose for long. And the referee penalising Joe for holding there. A free in to Newport. Carey with the free. Into the hand. Floyd battling for it in there, as is Noel O'Gorman, and the ball saved by Pat Malachny. It's a great save again by Pat Malachny. Double reflexes there by Malachny as he makes his way down 30-40 metres up from his own goal. A long clearance by Pat Malachny down to the side of the field, and that ball going out over the end line and wide. Brilliant save there by the Rovers goalkeeper Pat Malachny, and he made his way down best part of 40 metres and cleared that ball down the field. The puck out by Ger Floyd as I make it. Time has up. And Rovers supporters wild with delight here as their team retain their title on a scoreline of Shannon Rovers 112, Newport 7 points.
That's why I stood up with the big. That's it. No, they held up and he did. Yeah.
Rover supporters cheering their heroes off the field And now we wait the presentation of the Father Hugh Cup for the this is the victorious captain, Tom Burke. Joe, couldn't get him over to I'd be inside. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here now outside the Shannon Rovers dressing room, the scene of jubilation after their win here in the intermediate final. And with me I have John Tierney, the club secretary, Michael Tom Burke, the club captain, who's full back on the team, Len Gaynor, the coach, and a man here on my right, Timmy Tierney, full forward, who creates, I presume, havoc to any full back line. First of all, I will start here by introducing you to John Tierney, and I'm sure John will have a few words to say to you from the point of view of the club.
Well, from the point of view of the club, all I want to say is I want to thank the most fantastic supporters in North Tipperary. We went to a junior match last night. We outnumbered the opposition support by about 50-1. And today here again, we must have provided 3/4 of the support. And that's from every corner of the parish. And every time we look for a collection or anything, the people are there, and that's what makes a club.
Words of encouragement and words of praise there from John Tierney. I move on now to the captain of the day, Tom Burke. Tom playing a sterling role at fullback, and a performance, I'd say, that will go down in the history of the Rovers club. Tom, at any stage during today's game, could you see yourself winning by so much in the end?
Well, there in the start of the second half, I could see he was winning, but there, first quarter of an hour, it was looking very bad at the first half of the game. You know, it took our lads a good 10 minutes per an hour to get going in that game. And once the half-back line in the field got going, there was no stopping in a half hour.
Grand, Tom. The games you've played up to now, and you played a semi-final which was a draw against Portroe, and the replay of that, which was a good hard game, spoken about a lot of in Tipperary. Would you attribute those games coming up to today's game as being the games which helped you to today, or were you peaking at this particular game?
Well, them two games was a great benefit to this team. We were 12 weeks without a match there at one stage, and the first match against Port, we weren't as fit as we should have been. The second match you could see the improvement, and today you could see 100% improvement.
Thanks, Tom. Captaincy is a role which I suppose lays a bit of extra burden on you. Did you find that coming into today's game from a personal point of view?
I did. You find yourself under a lot more pressure, you know.
You were also facing a big man in Nola Gorman at full forward. You had two burdens to deal with. You dealt with those adequately. Was there any words of encouragement from anybody, or any reason along the line which made you more sure and more confident of achieving those ambitions?
Lynn Gaynor there give a lot of encouragement at any time, and the backmen there. Over John.
As good a cue as any to bring in Len Gaynor, and Len is here to my left also. Len coached this team last year to win our final, and likewise this year. Len, there must be some recipe for bringing these teams to North finals. The motivation, give us a little bit of a clue.
Oh, there are no clues or no recipes or anything like that, only hard work and good hurlers. Good men is what you want to start with. If they have the desire to win and to succeed, and you push them a little bit, they will succeed eventually. And this is what Shannon Rovers have done in the last 2 years. These are great players down here, but they haven't realised their full potential at all yet. And I'd be hoping that they would go forward from today's game and win a county championship, because they deserve one. But they won't win one in today's form or on the last day's form either. They'll have to improve immensely to win the county championship.
Good words of advice there to the Rovers players, and I'm sure words that will be heeded by you. Len, you have come, I suppose, to this Rovers team at a late stage this year. You were with him earlier last year. But had the work of last year, was it carried on this year?
Oh yes, they didn't stop. John Tierney took the training of the team early in the year and he did a tremendous job. He got them very physically fit, I'd say, because they were strong in their fitness. In the last few weeks now we've been concentrating on getting them a little bit faster and moving that bit quicker with the ball. But they had the physical fitness done early on in the year, and this is a tribute to John Tierney. And without that today, and without that the last day against Portrue, which is a tremendous physical battle, and today's was a very hard game as well, the team wouldn't have stood up to that pressure. So they have carried on where they finished last year, but they have to carry a little bit further yet. We won't be satisfied until we win that county crown.
Another note there now, Len, and that's the Father Hewitt Cup, the cup which comes from the crest you're wearing here in Jersey, Kilowan McDonough's territory. Cloughjordan, the Father Hewitt was the curator there. I'm sure that you had, what you might say, a great interest in seeing that trophy down by the Shannon side.
Well, I have great memories of Father Hewitt. He was a great Gael and a great parish priest in our parish for a large number of years, and he was with me all up through my hurling days. And anything that is in his honour, I'd love to lay my hands on it any day I can. And I'm delighted that Shannon Rovers have won this trophy for the second year in succession. And another great man is standing there behind Timothy Tierney. He has won his 6th intermediate championship today. And I think no man deserves it more than Timothy Tierney. Without his goal today, I doubt if we'd have won, because he steadied the team when we were a little bit shaky and panicky in the first half. And his contribution to this club has been as big as any man has given to any club down through the years. So I salute Timothy Tierney and I salute all the team.
Thank you very much indeed, Len, and that gives me as good a cue as any to bring in that aforementioned Timothy Tierney. Congratulations, Timothy, on retaining your sixth intermediate medal. I suppose to start off by asking you a difficult question. Are you going to retire?
No.
The answer is perfectly clear.
Yes.
Timothy,
He told me to retire last year, but I wouldn't.
how do you motivate yourself to come forward each year and to train and dedicate yourself? Is there some...
Well, I started in '66, but Tom's father and Jim, they taught me a few lessons back that time. And Tom isn't as hard on me now when we do be hurling, but I learned the hard way from Elby and Jim.
Playing at full forward can be a demanding task. You're in the action for a lot of the time. Do you find it any more demanding than any other position on the field?
Well, they're expecting you to get the scores. The second half today now, there's a lot of high ball coming in. And I prefer a low ball. I prefer the low ball coming in. You can make better use of it. And I'd like to thank the lads today, the 14, and I'd like to thank Lynn for what he has done for us this year when he came back. And I'm delighted to be part of this team today.
Timmy Tierney, thank you very much indeed. And on behalf of all the Rovers people here, it gives me great pleasure to wish them well in their quest for county honours. Goramila Mahagriv Galair.
Oh, jeez.
Tom, nice girl for here. Oh, nice girl here.
She came back with the semi-final. From holidays.
She's a bit shy, she's a bit shy. That's what it is, that's what it is.
Oh, Joy. Oh, you see yourself. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Tom. Oh.
Come on, if we can see them just all together.
And you scored 2 goals in quick succession in 23rd and 21st and 22nd minute. Were they the goals that really sunk Cross Grey?
Yeah, definitely, because when it was, we were trying to get the equalising point, we were drove several wide at that stage, and it looked as if we were never going to get the vital one. But once Pat Quinlan got that goal, that lifted all the hearts, and that really got the lads going. And it was, from there on, like the longer the game went on, it looked as if the more we were going to win by. That's the way it went.
Playing goals, you have a good view of the whole field, and your man of the match is Eamon O'Shea. Eamon O'Shea contributed, my estimation, 1-4 to the scoreline. Not taking away from his performance, but would you say that the distribution of the ball among the forwards and the close marking at the backs helped in no way to make most of those scores possible?
Well, I think our cornerbacks in particular, John Cahill had a tremendous second half, and Seamus Gibson, and they were clearing balls off the 21 there, and they were going down into the half-forward line, and they were really thundering out with the balls, and they were feeding the half-forward line, and Eamon was there, and Eamon was alert, and he was breaking. I'd say it was the good supply of ball from the backs up along, and the good supply of ball from midfield that gave the forwards were getting the right ball in the second half, and they were running and they were moving for the ball and they were looking for the ball, and that's how the scores came in the end,
You were winners of 3 in a row in 77, 78 and 79. Would you consider today's victory a sweeter victory than any of those victories? Fair enough, 77 was your first county title, but would you consider today's victory much sweeter than any of those?
Well, for me it is as captain, but I think from all the players, from that second half display, I'd say it's easily the sweetest one of them all. The way they performed there today in the second half, it was nothing like it. It's tremendous.
Tony Shepherd, thank you very much indeed for coming up straight after the game, not even getting a chance to get dressed. Thank you, and best of luck to your team in the Munster Club Championships in the weeks ahead, and may you carry the county and the Kilowan banner to further success. God of Mila Mahagat.
Arisha Nocht, Ta she de Honora Gumse, Vurson, Falta Walla, a Quir, Riv, Fern Kilrawan McDonough. Tres Lim Div, son an Bua Untak a Via Arisha Nyov, Idur La Sela, Bua Untak Fad. Nura Harig Sheed Sarirn Iruskre. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege and honour again tonight to welcome back our victorious hurlers here on the platform. On your behalf, I would like to congratulate them on a most wonderful victory, one of all the great victories they've had. This one probably is as sweet as any they've had over the years. They came from behind. It's not working. They came from behind at half-time, when many of the faint-hearted thought they were gone. But as I said to you last Sunday night here, after our juniors' wonderful victory, when we said we expected the senior hurlers to emulate them, today's game had much the same pattern. Overcome and beaten seemingly in the first half, another point up against them early in the second, but the unconquerable will and the courage never to submit or yield was there in that team, as it has been since they started. and they brought back to us this wonderful victory today. And we in the parish, it has given us a lift. It has given us, brought great joy to this parish, to every member of in the parish. It has joined bonds together, made a family unit, you might say, of the parish. And the joy that was evident in Thurles today and here tonight is proof to you, lads, of what you have done for our parish today. Are the crowning glory of all the hurlers that came before them. Now, there are many other speakers here tonight. Our parish priest and president of our club to address you. Father White.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again you have been victorious here in this parish. I congratulate you on my own behalf of Father Murray. Just looking back over the past number of months, people were saying in the county that you were a team of geriatrics, you could do nothing about it. Now, okay, today you have won your 8th match in the championship. What kind of geriatrics are the other 8 teams? You have a great spirit going for you at the moment. You have a great team. Perhaps some of them are coming to the end of their days as hurlers. But at the same time, today, looking at 7 or 8 subs, all under the age of 21, great things are in store for this parish. I congratulate you on a great win. I thank you for having brought a great spirit into the parish. Let us all go forward together. Goramaha Gwiv Galer.
Father White, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great occasion in our parish, and I think it's the proudest time that I've ever stood here before the people of Cloughjordan. This is a win that we really wanted in this parish, and my God, we have some players that went out and gave it to us today. I want to compliment our team, first of all. Our team, the entire team that played today, the subs on that team, and all associated with it. As Father White said, they're a great bunch of lads. We were written off by many of our critics early in the year, and yet they came back on this occasion, and my God, they proved their worth by winning the Dan Breen Cup and bringing it back here. We have, of course...
Shay, one of our selectors.
I don't have anything to say. I think I'll pack it in now. I'm standing up here long enough. The last time I stood here, lads, was in 1979, when the last time we brought Dan Breen back here to Cloughjordan. And I didn't think, to be quite honest with you, that I'd ever stand here again. But it's great to be back here again. And I think everyone has been thanked around here. But I don't know what, I found it hard to hear people talking down here, but I think Tony Shepherd here, I think, has to take a lot of the credit here for this team's win today. And I mean that sincerely. At half-time today, today, Tony gave an inspiring speech to everyone individually in the dressing room, and he raised everyone when our heads were down. That's to Tony and to the team. I think, lads, the game was won by the team. We forget about everything else, but the game is won on the field. And I think the lads today were absolutely tremendous in the second half when our backs were to the wall. And I think they deserve a big round of applause, the whole team, lads. They were tremendous today.
Gaynor will address you. Len Gaynor.
Good night, everybody. Tonight, we celebrate a famous victory. Let there be no doubt about it, lads. Today's game was a classic. The second half performance by this team today will rank among the greatest of any club county finals that have been seen in Tipperary. And we'll go back to the early stages of this year when this team were not being talked about. We were hearing lots about Lara, who are the North champions. We were hearing lots about Burrisley, who are the champions elect in everybody's minds. We heard nothing about Kilrowan. And where were they? They were down in the field training. And that's where any team's worth its salt should be. Down in the field putting in the work. And these fellas worked hard, lads, and this parish must be proud of them. They trained in Nina Technical School when everyone else was sitting around the Christmas fires. Last January or February we were in there working hard at it. Right through the spring, right up along, we worked our way. And as Father White has said, we've had 8 victories in a row. Okay, today we went out to the county final. And we don't ever go out as underdogs. People might underestimate us, but we don't. But we were rocked in our heels by a mighty start by Roscrea. Something that we come to expect from clubs like Roscrea who can produce the goods on the big day. We were set back in our heels as pint after pint reeled off. But goal after goal did not go in. The McDonoughs were still there, boys. They were fighting hard. And after taking a fair bit of a roast in the first half, we went in only 4 pints in our ears. And that's thanks to a team who were being beaten, but who held on and fought it out. And what did we see in the second half? Power and glory, that's what we saw. We saw spirit and determination from this team. And isn't there something glorious, boys and girls, about a McDonough's team in full flight for victory? They wore down the lead. They held out in defence. And bit by bit, even though they left it very close to the finish, they got in front, lads. And that's where the training was put in, down there in that field. And that's where it shone out today in the second half. So, lads, we can be proud of this team. And I'm rightly proud of them, and so are my fellow selectors. And the team themselves can be proud of themselves. But you, the parish, can be proud of them also. They're reared and brought up here in this parish. People, you're all related to them in some way or other. If you're not related, you're neighbours. And I'm telling you, that's what went out there today. A full parish united. And that's why we won it. And please God, we'll speak about the future. Loads and loads of young fellas here. Young people on the team coming up. A lot of the old guys are there, lads, and they're pushing on a bit. But they have to be replaced, and they will be replaced. Because, lads, if the spirit is there and if the will is there, then the hurlers will be there. And we want them there, lads, for all times with McDonough's. Maybe we'll have lean years, and we will probably. But we'll also have victorious years, especially, lads, when the old grit is there and the old bit of spirit that's running right through this parish at the moment. And I'd say to the senior hurlers, thanks very much for instilling it into all of us. And please, God, we'll keep it up. Keep it all up. And life won't be as tough as it seems at times. Thanks very much.
Tom Kirby, our secretary, will address you now, please.
Very Reverend Fathers and friends, I'd just like to join with all the other speakers here tonight and say what a tremendous occasion it is for our parish on this tremendous victory today in Thurles. This victory, as Len Gaynor has said, was not won in Thurles today, but was won in Nina CBS and Nina Vocational School last December and last January. And I'd like to pay tribute to our players who turned up in such tremendous numbers on those very cold nights when, as Len said, some of you could have been at home sitting by your fire. And that is the tremendous spirit and the tremendous dedication that's in our club today and has been in our club down to the years. And I'd like to thank every one of those players here today, all the selectors, and you, the parish of Cloughjordan, for the tremendous way in which you have supported us in this last 12 months. You're a tremendous parish, and we hope we have done you proud. In fact, I know we have done you proud. And I think there was a general one time who said, we came, we saw, but we also conquered. And I'd like to... And I'd like to thank everyone who supported us in any way. The people who made the banners, the people who provided the sponsorship, because all that is a vital part of running a club. And again, I'd just like to say that on Sunday week, we go out in the Munster Club Championship against Hello at a Waterford venue. And I want every man Jack in the Cloughjordan parish to follow us to that Waterford venue. And not alone will we bring back the Dan Breen, we'll bring back a Munster final, and we'll bring back the McCarthy Cup here in September. So much has been said about Tipperary hurling and what's wrong with Tipperary hurling. There is nothing wrong with Tipperary hurling. give Tipperary Hurling its head like it got today, and Tipperary Hurling will remain at the top. Again, thank you very much for coming on here tonight and giving us such support. Thank you.
Now we'll introduce our captain, Tony Shepherd.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is the man you all came to see tonight, Dan Breen. But Billy Shea was saying there to 79 since he stood up here. I think it's only about a month ago since I stood up here looking at you. And that night I had a fella in my hand and his name was Frank. And tonight I have another fella in my hand and his name is Dan. And I think Dan is no stranger to us here in the parish of Cloughjordan. He stayed here before for a few years, and I think he stayed in Dinny Cahill's house the first year, and he was in Jim Williams' house the second year, and I think he stayed in Billy Shea's for a while. So he might be trotting around for a week or two, but he's going to be in my house for the next year. And if any of you want to come and pay a visit, you're more than welcome. But I think there's been a lot said about the team and about the selectors and all that, but I just want to pay tribute to the supporters because I don't know, it was tremendous out there today to be out there on the field and listen to the sport. All the kids with their banners, I think there was some competition on there in school, and it was a great idea, whoever came up with it. The colour there today was great, and the cheering there was tremendous, you know. And I'd like to thank you, the supporters, for your support down through the years, and especially today. And as Tom was saying there, we're in a Munster Club Championship, and we want to do our club proud, and we want to do our county proud. And a lot of that depends on you too, so stick with us till the end of the year. You never know, we could have back here again with another cup in our hands. So, thanks very much. Tuesday night, Lucky Bags on Tuesday night, and we're in the halfway on Thursday night. So God knows when this is going to stop.
Thank Tom Miles for the video, and Donny Mackey. Who was driving the lorry there? Jimmy Cahill, wasn't it? Jimmy Cahill. The video will be in O'Mara's shop on Tuesday night. Anybody? Half day tomorrow, anybody that wants to come.
We know it's the top fight to arrive, got Páirc na Gael in Limlock. Ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed very welcome to the Gaelic Grounds, Limerick. The replay of the Munster Senior Hurling Final, Club Championship between Blackrock of Cork and Kilowan MacDonald's of Tipperary. Today's date being December the 1st, 1985. Kilowan team pucking about at the moment. Referee for today's game, the Terence Murray of Patrick's Welsh Club here in Limerick. Kilowan team, as I said, on the field at the moment, and coming to join them now is the selectors and substitutes. They are taking their seats on the bench beneath us here. Scampering over, as is the Masseur Ned Fogarty, to join their teammates. Blackrock camp is that there is the team that similar position that it played last Sunday. And the team Dacey. Full forward, Eamon O'Donoghue. And top of the left, Finn Bard. And any moment now, the 1985 Munster Senior Hurling Championship, Club Championship replay will be underway. And the game is on. It's into the hands of Eamon O'Shea from the throw-in. Towards Philip Quinlan, missed completely by him. Into the hands of Enda Hogan. Enda gets the second hands to get the ball up. His shot is half blocked down by Mick Kilcoyne. Put it on the gun by Hogan. A little bit further up the field. Up towards Philip Quinlan. Weighing number 15 is back operating in centre forward. Philip shot blocked down. And Philip, the Blackrock man, that's McCurtain. Dermot McCurtain gets that ball up the field. Blocked out there by John Cahill. Breaks towards Francis Collins. Slips away from Pat Kavanagh. But sent out the field by Jim O'Mara. Jim playing a storming gets centre back there. And the ball goes up to a Corkman, and that's Tom Cashman. And Cashman shot it up on the far side of the field. Up towards the direction of the corner forward. Tim Dacey. And Tim having a shot. And can he score the first score? First score of the game for Blackrock. Tim Dacey the scorer. A little over a minute gone in the game. Blackrock, Cooley 1, Kyler 1. Needs score to give. John O'Leary with the puck out in the from the Blackrock. Tony Shepard with the puck out. The ball putting in on the ground by Enda Hogan. Sent up by the cornerback Andy Cray for Blackrock. Sent back in field by Denny Cahill wearing number 13 and playing in the middle of the field. Cross side of the field where Jim Williams cuts the ball across the centre forward position and breaks towards Philip Quinlan. And Philip trying to make space himself. Philip having the shot. And that one going out over the end line and wide. John O'Leary with the puck out. John today in a yellow top. The last day he was clad in a white top. Today in a yellow top. That puck comes towards Eamon O'Shea. Eamon keeps it on the ground. Being tossed by 3 Blackrock men. But still keeps it in play. The ball breaks back towards Philip Quinlan again. And Philip looking up. Having a shot in low. In towards number 10, Jerry Williams. And Jerry with the ball in his hand at the moment. Having a shot high and over the bar. Three minutes gone in the game. Jerry Williams has equalised for Killowan. O'Leary's puck out, towards beyond and way beyond midfield. Hand of Jim O'Mara goes up for it, didn't get it. Pulled on the ground by Philip Quinlan. And Philip trying all his work in there. Ball blocked down there by Joe Bannahan. And Joe on the ground towards the flying Eamon O'Shea. Eamon on the ground, Killowan playing gun hurling towards Seamus Hennessy. Into the hands of Eamon O'Shea again. And Eamon racing towards goals. Having a shot, the ball going towards the goalkeeper. It's blocked by the goalkeeper, John O'Leary. Sent back out the field again. Only coming out this as far as Denny Cahill. Pulled down there by the wing back Tom Cashman. The ball goes over the sideline. And Tom Cashman having a quick word today there to his defence. The Blackrock defence had stretches there when the Killowan forwards were moving. Meanwhile, the sideline cut on the far side of the field, and it's Gilbert Williams teeing it up. And Gilbert cuts this one high. Kept in play there by Paddy Williams. Paddy moves out on the ground from Paddy Williams. Holds the corner forward position where Jim Williams is racing for. Between the full back and the full forward. And that's Richie Brown, the full back. And Brown's shot comes out along the side of the field. And racing over here is Dermot McCurtain, the helmet of Dermot. The black helmet Dermot. So is Joe Bannahan. Joe Bannahan blocks his shot and the ball keeps in play. Still in play. And Seamus Hennessy come over on this side of the field. Seamus' shot is blocked down by the cornerback Andy Cray. He's macro actually today. And Cray's shot goes back towards Dermot McCurtain. And Dermot head down, sends the ball back to the side of the field. Between Denny Cahill and Van Bardelaney, and it's left towards Leo Bannahan, or towards Michael Bannahan, into the hands of Cahill. Cahill puts it on the ground, missed the midfielder by Mick Kilcoyne, missed by Philip Quinlan, into the hands of the centre field man Jim Cashman, and Jim sends the ball up the far side of the field. Racing back there to Cahill is Seamus Gibson. Seamus bidding for the ball there by Tim Dacey, and Dacey on the far side of the field, hand passes the ball in towards the number 10, and that's Francis Collins, and Francis' shot goes high and over the bar. Len Gaynor having a few stern words there to say to the half-back line. Meanwhile, Tony Shepard with the puck out. Just Tony drives this one way beyond midfield. 50 metres out from the Blackrock goals. Pulled down on the ground by Dermot McCurtain. Kept further in play there by the Blackrock midfielder. That's number 17. I think that's Pat Moylan actually in the game there. I didn't realise him coming on from the start, but Pat Moylan seems to be in the game. That ball flicked off there by Eamon O'Donoghue. Out towards Francis Collins on the far side of the field, on this side of the field, flicks it across the field, racing over there to get at this Moylan, but Moylan misses it completely, leaves it behind it, shows Gibson. Gibson of Kilrowan. But it's the Gilbert Williams, the wing back, gets the ball out to the field. Pulled on there by Philip Quinlan into the hands of Jerry Williams, and on the ground from Jerry Williams. Up the other side of the field, where pulled on by between Seamus Hennessy and Andy Cray. And Cray gets a second bite of the cherry. The ball goes down for Black Rockman going towards the sideline. Kept in play here by Michael Coyne. Pulled inside the centre of the field. Was pulled down by Pat Moylan, number 79 is back. Pulled there, a pull, a clash of the ash there between Jim O'Mara and Pat Kavanagh. Kept in play there by the Black Rockman. And it's and the referee has blown his whistle. A foul there by Gilbert Williams on one of the Black Rockmen. Pat Murphy. And the referee has decided to throw the ball in. Shoulder to shoulder between. Pulled there by Enda Hogan. Heavy pulling in there. Sent away out field by Joe Banahan. And the referee has called the name of Enda Hogan. Referee going to have a little word for Enda Hogan. And the name of Enda Hogan, I would say, going in the referee's book. Yes, referee Terence Murray there, putting the name of Enda Hogan in his book and awarding the free to Cork and I think to Pat Moylan. And the crowd don't like that free at all, but Pat takes him on high, going out over the end line and wide. Out from Tony Shepherd, coming towards the side of the field, racing up for the get it is Philip Quinlan, gets the ball in his hand, flicks it across towards Jerry Williams, and Jerry taking time to look at where he's hitting the shot, gets the second bite of the Jerry, first does Jerry, flicks the ball along towards Philip Quinlan and Seamus Hennessy, and Seamus with a little bit of effort gets the ball in towards the goals, send the ball between the corner forward and the corner back. That's Paddy Williams on the far side of the field, beating Paddy Maherford. Paddy flicks the ball out to his brother Jerry, and Jerry looking up and sending this one high over the bar. Agus tá na corner, the corner co-scoring-ish. Colleen. The puck out from John O'Leary, breaks to the far side of the field. Been picked up there by Tom Cashman, and Tom on his bike, but Tom has left the ball behind him, and also has left his marker, Dennis Cahill. Tom having a shot, and the ball going in towards the full back and the full forward. And it's the cornerback, John Cahill, and John unceremoniously tackle in there. The referee out in the middle of the field at the moment. The referee very far away from that ball position, but awarding the free out there to John Cahill and to Tony Shepherd to take the free out. Michael Cahill using the magic bottle there, giving it up for Seamus Gibson from that free out by Tony Shepherd. The ball breaking down between Eamon O'Shea and Frank Cummins. Batted down by Cummins. Put it on the ground by Hogan. Enda, that is. Along the ground towards Eamon O'Shea. Eamon gets the ball in play. Flicks it across towards the side of the field. Put it on the ground by Seamus Hennessy. And racing back is Dermot McCurtain. The black helmets of Dermot. Tries to seem to hold the ball a long time. And the referee has penalised Dermot McCurtain for holding the ball too long. Seamus Hennessy there sticking to him like super glue. But Dermot McCurtain holding the ball too long, and a free to Kilrowan, and Seamus Hennessy the man to take it. And Seamus sends this one high and wide. The three selectors here beneath me, Billy O'Shea, Len Gaynor and Jim Casey, weren't a bit happy with that ball going all over the end line and wide, so they're having a confrontation, so to speak. Puck out from John O'Leary, pulled down there by Jim O'Mara, who goes in very low for that ball, but got it in place. Sent up the field by Michael Coyne, but it goes back as far as Dennis O'Mara, and Dennis ground hurling by Dennis O'Mara out to the side of the field, out towards Pat Moylan. Pat shot blocked down by Joe Banahan. Breaks towards the corner, or the wing forward, Francis Collins. Francis breaks the defence of the Kilrowan man there and gets towards breaking right towards goals, and Francis' shot goes out over the end line and wide. Kilrowan may drive them at the town end, but Blackrock are putting them wide at the Ennis Road ground end as well. A lot of support here today for the men from Kilruan. A lot of Tipperary support. I look down here beneath me. A lot of North Tipperary support. Puck out from Tony Shepherd in a moment when he retrieves the ball, and the referee looking for a replacement ball from the sideline. Tony Shepherd's puck out towards the far side of the field, breaking towards Seamus, towards Dennis Cahill, but into the hands of Mick Kilcoyne, the man from Westmeath, and the man from Westmeath, the shot is blocked down by Enda Hogan. Goes across the far side of the field, where it's pulled on there by Pat Kavanagh, and Pat Kavanagh's shot goes into the hands of Seamus Gibson, and Seamus battling, getting the ball up, pulling the air by Enda Hogan, breaks towards Jerry Williams. Jerry along the ground, tried two Blackrock men tackling, the ball breaks this side of the field. We're racing over the side is Pat Moylan. Yes, Pat waiting for Joe Ballinger to tackle him, and Joe has fouled him. The cuteness of the inter-county man, Pat, getting himself a free there. And it's Pat Moylan with the free for Blackrock. And Pat cuts this one high, going over the bar. On Scoilinish. Carrick Dove, 3 Colleen. Kyler 1, Gaw Colleen. Tony Shepherd's puck out, way beyond midfield. Battling for it here is Jerry Williams and McCurtain, and McCurtain has fouled again. Yes, McCurtain there, fouling Jerry Williams. And any questions the referee's decision, as does Mick Kilcoyne. Referee awarding a free in to Kilruan. Gilbert Williams, a change in free taker. Yes, Gilbert Williams to take this free. Gilbert cutting this one high and wide. Two valuable points there, missed by Kilruan. Seamus Hennessy from a free and Gilbert Williams from a free. Anyway, back with John O'Leary and the puck out for Blackrock. Towards the far side of the field between Denny Cahill and McCurtain, pulled in the air by McCurtain, towards the far sideline, kept in play over there by Pat Kavanagh, cut in field, into the centre forward position, Moran O'Donoghue, but Dennis O'Mara kicks the ball out from the full back, pulled it on the ground there by Denny Cahill, towards the far side of the field, on run towards Eamon O'Shea and Tom Cashman. And Cashman takes a heavy tackle with the referee always play on. Kept in play by Paddy Williams. Pitch cross towards Eamon O'Shea. And Eamon on his bike, and Eamon has a shot on the run. It's high, and it's out over the end line and wide. O'Leary with the puck out towards this side of the field, a change in pucking out tactics. Breaking down towards Jerry Williams, pulled down there by Darren McCurtain. Along the ground from McCurtain, towards the centre forward position, that's Kavanagh. Kavanagh hand passes the shot, across towards Tom Cashman. Cashman's shot is half blocked down by a Kilruan man, but kept in play there by Francis Collins. In towards Eamon O'Donoghue, beats the shot, but Dennis O'Mara, the full back, and O'Mara and Donoghue, and the referee has awarded a free in. The referee penalising Dennis O'Mara. The referee penalising Dennis O'Mara after the ball had gone. Referee, and it's the high and over the bar, a point there by the wing forward Francis Collins, putting that one high and over the bar. On Scoilinish, Carrick Dove, Kerr Colleen, Kyler 1, Gaw Colleen, and Tone McAneera and Puckamock. Breaks down beyond way midfield, pulling the air by Mick Kilcoyne. Racing over to get it is John Cahill and the corner forward. That's Collins, and Cahill is being fouled there by, or sorry, I should say DC, and a free out to Kilowan. Joe Banahan with the free out. And referee wants the ball back a little bit. And Joe cuts this one high in towards the Blackrock goals, pull in their hands of Jim Williams, and Jim has the ball in the hand. He's trying to get it, make a swing for a stick. He gets in towards Philip Quinlan, pulled there by Seamus Hennessy and the cornerback Andy Cray. Left into Eamon O'Shea. Eamon shot going towards the end line, gone almost going over the end line, still in play out there. A lot of bodies falling in there. The ball going over 65. Kilowan forwards there. A trifle unlucky not to see that balling in the net. The muck, I suppose, playing a big part in keeping it out, but Eamon O'Shea, Seamus Hennessy and Jim Williams there trying effortlessly to get that ball in the net, but not succeeding, and it's the 65 for Kilowan, Gilbert Williams to take it. With the stance of Eddie Kerr, he cuts this one lowish. Batted out there by the centre back, that's Frank Cummins. Left out towards the loose man for Kilowan, that's Eamon O'Shea. Eamon been followed by three Blackrock men, cuts it in low, but it comes back to the full-back Richie Brown. Richie with the ball in the hand passes out to his cornerback Pat Maher, and Pat bring out the field, his side of the field. Breaking out to here is Pat Kavanagh, and foul on Pat Kavanagh there by Joe Banahan. Referee today much more alert and up with the play than the last day, and awarding a free there now to Blackrock. Their wing-back Tom Cashman to take it. Referee chasing back towards goals, and that ball from Tom Cashman going out over the end line and wide. Kilowan playing with the wind in the first half. Blackrock leading on a score of 4 points to Kilowan's 2. Puck out from Tony Shepherd. Towards Enda Hogan in the middle of the field, blocked down by Mick Kilcoyne, pulled on there by Pat Moylan, pulled again by Hogan, kicked by Hogan this time, but into the hands of Pat Moylan, and Pat flicks the ball up to the side of the field, going very close to the sideline, kept in play by John Cahill, flicked in field, 3 Kilowan men racing far together, leading none and get it, it up centre forward, Pat Kavanagh, and Pat Kavanagh's shot goes to a loose man, that's still Gilbert Williams of Kilowan, and Gilbert with the ball in his stick, flicks it up the field, Gilbert playing a wing back and playing a good defensive role there. Out towards this side of the field, Seamus Hennessy and Andy Cray battle for together, flicked down by Seamus Hennessy, in towards Eamon O'Shea, Eamon kicks the ball on the ground, along towards Paddy Williams, kept in play towards brother Jim. And Jim making his way towards goal. Jim is pulled down by Frank Cummins, and a free in to Kilowan. Referee bringing the ball back out a little bit. Yes, the referee dropping the ball there now. The instant corner a little bit nearer goal, but it's a full forward now, corner forward. Paddy Williams to take this free. And Paddy cuts this one high and over the bar. O'Leary's puck out towards the far side of the field between McCurtain and Cahill. Breaks down over there to Gilbert Williams, along the ground from Gilbert towards the middle of the field, and Mick Kilcoyne. The referee gets in the way for a moment. The ball cuts in towards Eamon O'Donoghue. Eamon with the ball in the hand, being chased by Dennis O'Mara. Hand pass out to Pat Moylan, and pass it for a moment, being chased by Enda Hogan, or being chased by Jim O'Mara. Takes the ball into 3 Blackrockmen. Eamon O'Donoghue shot, and into a hand of cornerback Seamus Gibson, and Seamus, with all the confidence in the world, pucks that ball out the field, breaks down the middle of the field, where Jim Williams is operating at the moment out there for a moment, and Jim pushing the ball off for Blackrockman. It breaks to 1, 2, 3 Kilowan, pulled in the air by Joe Banahan. The referee gets in the way for a moment, into the hands of Seamus Hennessy. Seamus on the ground to the far corner of the field, where Philip Quinlan, yes, Philip Quinlan now operating in the corner forward position again, and Philip Quinlan shot from an awkward angle, looks to be good, it's good. Kilowan McDonald's of Tipperary, 4 points. Tána scorna, Tána Forna our co-scorer. Puck out by John O'Leary. Breaking down by Denny Cahill. Left in the middle of the field for the moment. Pulled down there by Enda Hogan. Pulled it down by Cahill on the ground again.
towards the centre-back position for Blackrock. Kept in play by Philip Quinlan. He beats Dermot McCurtain to the first time. Left to Eamon O'Shea, and Eamon O'Shea on the ground and racing over there to get his force Dermot McCurtain. Dermot McCurtain shot's blocked down. Only goes back as far as Quinlan. Quinlan being hoosed off the ball. Keeps the ball in his hand. Sends the ball in towards the goalkeeper and racing back at the full back and full forward. Has sent out by the goalkeeper. Calls this out of the field. Going very close side and kept in play by Mick Kilcoyne. And Mick sends the ball to the field. Breaking up towards Jim O'Mara. Jim being passed by two Blackrock men. I thought being forward to Blackrock and being in the hands of John Cahill, the cornerback, and Cahill on the ground. But when it comes to this side of the field towards Mick Kilcoyne, and Mick Kilcoyne's shot down to the side of the field, going out towards the end line, going towards the corner flag actually. Racing back there together is the number 10 or number 11 centre forward Pat Kavanagh. Pat eludes the tackles of his marker, sends it in the ball into the hands of Joe Banahan, and Joe clearing the ball back up the field again. And clearance by Joe Banahan, pulled there by Jim Williams, between Frank Cummins and Jim Williams. And breaking over the pass, racing over is Tom Cashman, being chased over there by Seamus Hennessy. The ball breaking up to the far side of the field, up between Francis Collins and Gilbert Williams, and the both of them leave it behind him. Leaves it behind him to Seamus Gibson, and Seamus, the referee, has awarded a free, a foul by Gilbert Williams. And not only has he awarded a free, but he has penalised the Kilowan men 10 metres for a word there from Gilbert Williams. And I see Liam O'Shea, Jim Casey and Len Gaynor not too happy with that, but... And from the free on the far side, it's the white helmeted Francis Collins. Can he send this one high? He sends it high and he sends it wide. Puck out from Tony Shepherd. Towards Enda Hogan and Mick Kilcoyne, pulled on the air by Hogan, sent up the field by McCurtain. Out towards Tim Deasy. Tim Deasy sends the ball up to the far corner field. Over there is racing for it is John Cahill and Seamus Gibson, and Seamus shows the ball there to his man there, and he's awarded a free out to Kilowan. A foul on Seamus Gibson there. Corner forward there, Delaney fouling Gibson, and a free out for Tony Shepherd. Tony with the free, and Tony cuts this one high, giving it plenty of air, plenty of space. Breaks down, pulled there by Pat, or by Jerry Williams. Breaks towards Eamon O'Shea. Eamon trying to get the ball up, kept the ball on the ground, and continually keeping it on the ground. Towards this corner field, racing out here is Paddy Williams, and the full back, Richie Brown. Brown lays it behind him, and so does Williams. And they battle for together, two big men. Williams pulls on the ball, Hardy pulling in there. Frank Cummins is in there as well. So is Jim Williams. The referee has throwing in the ball, I'd say. The referee's going to throw the ball in, yes. Referee indicating he will throw the ball in. A throw in between Frank Cummins and Jim Williams. Two men well known to one another from the last day. Pulled on there by Williams. Stalemate for a moment. And Williams seemed to be fouled. Yes, the referee's going to throw the ball in again. All this action up on the right-hand corner here. My cameraman, I presume, getting a good view of the game from that angle. Enda Hogan gets the ball in his hand. How did he get the ball from that bust of players? Breaks in towards Quinlan, and Philip leaves the ball behind him for the moment. Gets it in towards O'Shea. O'Shea's shot is blocked down towards Quinlan. And can Quinlan score? It's blocked by the goalkeeper. It's going out towards the end line. It's going very close to the end line. Kept in play out there by Jerry Williams. And Jerry out on the far corner flag, so to speak. Batted in field, pulled there by Enda Hogan. Missed by Enda Hogan into the hands of Denny Cahill. Kept in play by Hogan. Hogan with the ball in his hand at the moment. And Hogan cuts this one low in towards the corner forward position. And the defence there, Pat Maher, shielding that ball out over the end line at the expense of a 65. Shaska Coig-Mather, taken by Gilbert Williams, cut in towards Seamus Hennessy, missed by Hennessy, but got another by the Cherry, and two Blackrock men tackles him, three Blackrock men, breaks towards Jerry Williams, Jerry with the ball in the hand, allow the ground on the ground, they're trying for goals today, Kilowan. That ball breaks out towards the full forward, Paddy Williams, and Paddy flicks the ball in, it breaks out to the side of the field, where Enda Hogan, preparing for the swinging stick, was hooked for the moment, but gets tipped the ball in
And is sent out by number 10, Francis Collins. Now helping his defence. Racing in is Denny Cahill. Denny, and sending that ball out was down McCurtain. And left over towards the 70 taker. Yes, Gilbert Williams. Gilbert cuts this one in towards Jerry, his brother Jerry. Blocked in there by the fullback, or by the cornerback, Andy Cray. Andy Cray shot half blocked down. Comes towards Dermot McCurtain. And Dermot shot going up to the side of the field. Pulled on there by John Carr. Rushed up for the hand by John Carr. Pulled by Eamon O'Donoghue. And the referee has penalised Dennis O'Mara. Eamon O'Donoghue lying on the ball, I would thought. But Dennis O'Mara being penalised. Yes, the referee awarding a free into Blackrock. I thought the name of Dennis O'Mara was going in the book, but no. Dennis O'Mara and Eamon O'Donoghue today battling it out hard, but I thought for a second that Donoghue threw himself on the ball. Meanwhile, it's Pat Milan with the Blackrock free, and Pat cuts this one high and over the bar. And now I see the Blackrock mentors on their feet. On Scoranish, Colleague Dove, Coy Colleen, Kyle Rowan, Kerra Colleen. Meanwhile, back with the action from Tony Shea was puck out. Pulled in the area by Jim Williams. In towards Eamon O'Shea. Eamon shot is blocked down by Michael Coyne. Kept in play there by Paddy Williams, or by Jim Williams. Pulled on by Seamus Hennessy, and it's Kilcoyne still tackling away over there. Hardy pulling, Seamus Hennessy racing for the ball as it makes its way towards the sideline. Kept in play by Hennessy. Along the ground, towards the Killoman, and that's Eamon O'Shea. Eamon with the ball in the hand. Eamon trying to make space himself. Eamon making an angle for himself. And Eamon having a shot. And sending it all over the end line and wide. Is Michael Hogan going to come into the game? Yes, it looks like Michael Hogan about to enter the game. Number 16, Michael Hogan. On the ball out from John O'Leary. Breaks down by Denny Cahill. Into the hands of, and a free into Killowan. Denny Cahill being, Michael Hogan. Injured, out through injury to a thumb injury. Maybe coming into the game. The selector Jim Casey doing a quick checking out there on Michael Hogan. Meanwhile, over on the far side of the field, Seamus Hennessy. With this free, Seamus cuts this one high. Is it the equaliser? Yes, it is. Yes, Michael Hogan. Tom Kirby checking his watch, as I do as well, as we come up very close to a couple of minutes. 4 minutes to half time. Can we see Michael Hogan? He's going to be put on some clothes again, but ball pucked out from O'Leary into the hands of Kilcoyne for Blackrock. Blocked down there by Pat Milan. Milan shot blocked down in turn by Joe Banahan. Joe with the ball in his hand. Flicks the ball up the field. Breaking between three Blackrock men, but none of them get there. It's kept there in play by Eamon O'Shea. Eamon battling hard for it. And sent out the field there by centre back Frank Cummins. Out of the far side of the field, where over there is Francis Collins and Gilbert Williams. And Gilbert passed the ball on the ground in front of him, being harassed by the Blackrock man. And left towards 2 Killowan man. Left towards Gilbert, and Gilbert crossed the ball in field. Breaks down between 2 Blackrock men and a Killowan man. It's Dermot McCurtain gets that ball out the field. Breaking down there between Jim O'Mara and Pat Kavanagh. Breaking into the hands of Seamus Hennessy. And Seamus getting his shot in up towards Jerry Williams. Jerry jumping high, Gaelic style. Getting the ball up towards Eamon O'Shea. Eamon leaves it run on. Flicks it on, I'd say. The ball blocked down by the corner back, Pat Maher. Eamon slipped his win for that ball. Host Pat Maher off the ball, and Eamon O'Shea having a shot from an awkward angle. Having a point. Yes, it is. A similar position. Philip Quinlan scored a point from a similar position a few moments ago. Now, Eamon O'Shea has put one over, and the scoreline reads Killowan 6 points, Blackrock of Cork 5. Puck out by batted down by Enda Hogan. Along the ground towards Jerry Williams, kept in play there and batted out, and Frank Cummins taking a few hardy knocks there from Enda Hogan, but getting the ball up the field again, breaking between Cummins and between O'Donoghue and O'Mara. And batted out the field there by Tim Dacey. Kept there, and racing over there is the bearded Seamus Gibson. Kept in play there by the centre back Jim O'Mara. Up to the side of the field, Killowan playing brilliant hurling at the moment. 2 Blackrock men go for together. It's kept in play by cornerback Andy Cray. Hand pass towards Tim Kilcoyne. Up the field, blocked down by Gilbert Williams. And Gilbert evades the tackle of 1, 2, 3 Blackrock men. Hand pass the ball, but it comes to Tim Dacey. Or towards Pat Kavanagh. Pat Kavanagh shot towards the corner forward, Tim Dacey. And Tim has the shot and scored over the line and wide. See a little bit of hurly-gurly here between the Tim Murphy of Cork and Len Gaynor of Killowan, but it's all restored now. Negotiator Tom Kirby here All the hurly-gurly is over here. The two team trainers having a go at one another, so to speak. Puck out from Tony Shepard, bad long by Enda Hogan. Pulled there by Michael Coyne, missed into the hands of Enda, and Enda being challenged and being fouled. And Kilruan with their tails up as we approach half-time. And who could blame them as they lead on the scoreline of Kilruan, 6 points. Blackrock of Cork, 5. You know, I almost bring this place down at the moment because everything begins to move up here at the moment. And it's Seamus Hensey with the free. And Seamus cutting this one high, wide. I make it a little under, I would say maybe a minute to half time. A half a minute to half time, I've been told, as John O'Leary pucks the ball out. And there goes the half-time whistle. And my cameraman tells me, dead on time. He has a stopwatch here on the game today, and he says dead on time. And as Cashman. And the throw-in on the second half of the 1985 Munster Cup Championship is underway. The ball breaks out towards the Jim Cashman of Cork. Jim seems to hold the ball a long time, flicks it in towards the wing-back Dermot McCurtain, and Dermot across the ball of the field, up between Gibson and Collins, and the ball breaks out to the side of the field, breaks towards the corner forward, Dacey, or Kavanagh I should say, kicked out there by Cahill. The ball breaking loose there towards Jim Cashman. That ball goes over the end line and wide. Tony Shepard with the puck out towards the far side of the field. Hand into the hands there of the wing-back Dermot McCurtain, and Dermot cuts it up this side of the field. It's batted down there by centre forward Kavanagh, and Kavanagh with the ball in his hand being chased by two Kilruan men, sends that ball high and over the end line and wide. Yes, Kilruan dropped them wide in the first half, but Blackrock are starting in the second half, throwing them out over the end line and wide as well. Tony Shepard with the puck out and waiting for the umpire to go back. Two hurling balls. The referee signalling for something. Yes, the referee signalling, puck the ball out. No, bringing the backs and forwards out, my cameraman tell me. Yes, the backs and forwards being asked to come out. Puck out from Shepard. Baha down there by into the hands of Jerry Williams. Jerry with a hand pass towards Eamon O'Shea. A great hand pass towards Eamon O'Shea. And Eamon on his commercial run. And the boy with the ball. Eamon has a shot. It's saved by the goalkeeper. The referee has awarded a free in. The referee has awarded a free in. When is advantage, I must ask. But Eamon O'Shea making the Blackrock defence look a trifle shaky on that occasion. And it's the full forward, Paddy Williams with the free. Paddy sending this one high and over the bar. Slight confusion, I think, there between who's marking who, but that puck out from John O'Leary. Breaking down by Denny Cahill. Denny bats it along the ground, keeping the ball in play. Racing out to the far side is the full back, Richie Brown, and the full forward, Williams. And the referee penalises Williams for a pull before the ball. A free out to Blackrock. As I said in the first half, referee Terence Murray with the play today, very much so, compared to the last day. That free from Andy Cray in towards the Kilruan goals. Denny Cahill and Damon Runhope breaks for together. Flicked over the end line by John Cahill. A bit of sixes and sevens, so to speak, there for Kilruan at the moment. But John Cahill shielding that ball out over the end line at the expense of a 65. On score an ish. Ag Dussock on Darna La. She Kilruan. Shocked Colleen. Corrig Dove. Coig Colleen. The 65. This one going into the hands of the goalkeeper, I would say. No, into the hands of John Cahill. And John taking his time in the world. Look at the whole leaving clearance down the field between Dermot McCurtain and Jerry Williams. And it breaks towards Eamon O'Shea. Eamon who leaves the ball behind him, but only leaves behind him to Denny Cahill. Denny being hooked off the ball. And Seamus Hennessy there as well. The ball breaking out to the side of the field. And racing over it is Tom Cashman. Tom shots goes towards Kavanagh. Pat Kavanagh hand pass into the hands of Joe Bannihan. And Joe shot goes up to the side of the field towards Jerry Williams. Jerry hooked up the ball. Jerry seemed to be pushed off the ball actually for a moment. The ball going into the hands of Dermot McCurtain. Dermot shot going over the sideline. And line ball to go on. And Jim Williams is really urging his players on. Yes, a confidence boost from Jim Williams. A confidence urgency there at the swing of the wrist from Jim Williams, and that is what you want in a team as his brother Gilbert prepares to take the sideline cut. And Gilbert cuts this one in field, in towards brother Jim, and Jim gets that ball down, sent off the field by Dermot McCurtain, and the referee has penalised. The referee blowing his whistle, I would say he's going to throw that ball in again. Yes, the referee throwing the ball in. Didn't see the incident, but referee closer to the play than I am. Frank Cummins and Jim Williams, two big men in there for it. Williams tosses for it. Jim succeeds and gets it. Jim kicks the ball on the ground. Being chased by Pat Moylan and the ball breaks loose. Chasing over to the cornerback, Paddy Maher. Being chased by Philip Quinlan and leaves the ball out to the full forward, Paddy Williams. And Paddy has a shot. It's high. It's over there. And Connie Grace. Yes, Connie Grace, chairman of the Juvenile Club, down here on the sideline. The red-haired Connie, yellow bottle in the hand, urging the team on. And what a... And Noel Kalaki as well with the towel. You know, they're not throwing in the towel. They're playing for the towel, so to speak. The puck out from John O'Leary towards the far side of the field. Battled down there by Bannihan. Up along the far side, Seamus Hennessy kept that ball in play. Dermot McCurtain racing it back. And Dermot very close to the sideline, being chased by, and the referee awarding a free. I'm just beginning to wonder for what. Yes, the referee indicating it's a push or a foul on McCurtain. Referee, as I said, giving quite clear signals. That's the cornerback Andy Cray with the free. Andy's lob probing free between Dennis O'Mara and Eamon O'Donoghue. Breaks down towards John Cahill. Pulled in there. Still kept in play. O'Donoghue on the far side. Battled out the field there by Bannihan. And that's Joe Bannihan. And out towards the far side. Where it's kept in play there by a Black Rockman. Cuts it in field towards Pat Kavanagh. Pat shot is blocked down by centre back Jim O'Mara. As is Enda Hogan. And it's the P&T official, but the P&T official cuts that ball short. Up towards the side of the field for Black Rockman. Cuts it in. And it's to Seamus Dixon. And the cornerback cuts it back down the side of the field. And racing over here is the Dubliner. No Tipperary man, Eamon O'Shea. And Eamon is pulled down. A free to O'Shea. A foul on O'Shea by Cashman. And that's sportsmanship as they both players join hands and get up. And Connie Grace making sure everything is in order, making sure his men move back. Gilbert Williams with the free, and the crowd really behind the Tipperary champions at the moment. The crowd. As a substitution, McGrath, Gilbert Williams says it went high. It's over now. Blackrock are preparing a substitution. John Evans, the footballer, now hurler, is preparing to come in the game for Blackrock. Number 19, John Evans, about to be brought in the game for Blackrock. O'Leary's puck out, goes towards Eamon O'Shea, but it goes into the hands of Jim Williams, and Jim being hooked from behind by but Eamon O'Shea gets that ball in. It breaks towards Paddy Williams, and the full back and the full forward toss ball together. Or the centre back and the full forward toss ball together. It's beaten away by Paddy Williams. Towards his brother Jim, kept in play by brother Jim, and that ball goes over the sideline. I would love to know where that ball is going. It looks to be a killer one ball. Yes, the referee is happy it's a killer one line ball. And John Evans is in the game. I see Seamus Hennessy racing over to take the sideline cut. Then the linesman indicating a clash ball. Indicating a clash ball. John Evans in the game. And the throwing by the linesman. Pulled out there by the cornerback Andy Cray. Breaks in towards the Killarwan man. That's Jerry Williams. Jerry leaving the ball behind him, but gets it in towards Jim Williams. It breaks in out by Andy Cray. Missed completely by Cray. Gets his shot in a second time. It's broken out there towards Enda Hogan. And Enda with the number 9 in his back. Shot blocked down by Enda. Enda gets the second bite of the cherry, and then sends this one high over the bar. And I see Connie Keogh, a member of the junior selectors, on the field with a hurley in his his hand, as is Jim Casey, and there's a lot more on the field as well. John Evans in the game. On the puck out, the ball breaks over towards Seamus Hennessy, and Seamus is on the ground. Towards the far sideline, going very close to the sideline, still in play. McCurtain over there, McCurtain hosts off the ball, and the referee awards a free. I mean, when do you give a shoulder? When do you give a push? But the referee has awarded a free. And the Cork man, or the Blackrock man, is down on his knees. He is not saying prayers, I must add. Jerry Williams' name may be going in the referee's book. Thou shalt not do that, Jerry, but that's Jerry is back with the action. No name in book. And a line free on the far side. Cut in field. Breaking out in front of it is Enda Hogan. Pulled on the ground by Hennessy. Left into the hands of the Corkman, Kavanagh. And the referee has penalised. The referee has penalised Tom Cashman. A foul there. Referee penalising Tom Cashman, I thought for a moment. No, the referee penalising Seamus Hennessy. A free into Blackrock. Ten minutes gone in the second half. As Pat Kavanagh prepares to take this free outside the 50-metre line. 53 or 54 metres out, and Kavanagh cuts this one high. Hits the post. It's blocked out by Seamus Gibson. It's kept out further by John Cahill. Still keeping in play towards the side of the field and racing out with all the determination in the world is Seamus Hennessy and the Corkman as well. And it's Cashman, but it's kept in play here by Gilbert Williams. How did he get the ball into his hand? It only goes into a Corkman, and the referee penalises the Kilruane man for a foul there on, and it's something a bit of dissent there from one of the Kilruane players, and he moves the ball into 10 metres. Dennis Cahill having a quick word with the referee. Not, I would say, anything extraordinary. Dennis appealing to his defence to stay cool. And it's Pat Moylan. With this, the referee checking the goalkeeper, or checking something back on the goal line. And the umpire going to have a word with John Cahill, the cornerback. The name of John Cahill may be entering the referee's book. Yes, John Cahill's name, I think, has gone into the referee's book. And meanwhile, the free remains as it was. About 25 metres out. Cuts it high and cuts it wide. And I see, yes, I see number 16. That's Michael Hogan. Michael Hogan being brought into the game. Michael Hogan being in the game. The man out through injury. Who is going off? Jim Casey giving the final instructions. No written note. Slight delay for the moment as the note is being prepared. And going off is Seamus Hennessy. Michael Hogan on for Seamus Hennessy. Meanwhile, back with Tony Shepherd's puck out. Seamus Hennessy going off on the far side of the field. A pat on the back there from, looks like Michael Cahill or Michael McGrath over on the far side. Puck out from Shepherd. Back down towards the Kilcoyne of Blackrock. And the Mick Kilcoyne sends the ball in towards O'Donoghue and O'Mara. And breaks there towards Kilruane defence there at 6th and 7th at the moment. Left in the hands of O'Donoghue. Flicked it on the ground with the ball. Blackrockman missed it completely. Racing back together is John Cahill with Tony Shepherd. And Tony, a captain for today. A captain for every day. Sending that ball out towards the sideline. Going out over the end line off the hand of Joe Bannahan. Tony Shepherd, as I said, captain of the team this year. And the referee, or the linesman, I thought for a moment, chasing a Kilruane man. No. The linesman bringing the ball back and pointing to the spot where he wants it to be taken. And it's the wing back. Tom Cashman with the sideline cut. Tom cuts this one low. Batted out there by Francis Collins. Kept in play by the Kilruane men. And that's Seamus Gibson. Seamus on his knees. A lot of bodies in there. Referee going to throw the ball in and bring the ball out to about 23 metres, 24 metres out, I'd say, and throw the ball in. A throw in between the sub John Evans and Gilbert Williams. A long throw in. Batted out by Kilruane. Kept in play there by Collins, the corner forward. And Collins' a shot going towards the goals. 2, 3 Kilruane betting for together. Kept out there by cornerback John Cahill. And John finding difficult, conditions difficult. John leaves the ball behind him, as does the Blackrock man. It's kept in play, still kept in play. Breaking back in field towards Evans. The substitution. Evans has blocked down. A lot of muck down there. The referee, the ball breaks out to the side of the field. It's John Cahill with the ball in his stick one more time. John being hoosed off the ball. The ball breaks out to the side of the field. Where's Gilbert Williams? And Gilbert being tackled. And Gilbert's getting the ball out the field again. And racing up to the side of the field. It's Philip Quinlan. And Philip shot going very close silent. Gone off the stick of a, and off the boot of a Black Rock man. Gone off the boot of a Black Rock man. The linesman signaling a Black Rock ball. The linesman, the crowd do not like it. And do not blame the crowd. The ball went off the boot of a Black Rock man. The ball cut in field. In towards the hands of Mick Kilcoyne. Mick Kilcoyne shot going to the line as far as Gilbert Williams. And Gilbert taking the space and making the drive from that clearance. Up close, full forward and full back. Pulled there by the full back. And so Michael Hogan. Michael subbing the game. Michael wing back, but now wing forward today and sending that ball in. Michael chasing back out as far as Enda Hogan. Enda racing out far side of the field. As is Andy Cray. And Andy going with the ball. The Kilwarman leave him in his stride. Andy taking the ball to the field. Breaking between Eamon Runahoe and Dennis O'Mara. The ball breaks out towards the corner forward. It's the corner back John Cahill. John with the ball in hand. Looks the ball back up the field towards Jim Mullen. And Jim being boosted off the ball but gets the ball in his hand. And being chased by two Black Rockmen. And Jim going. And Jim, the strong running Jim, hand past the ball out towards Quinlan. And Quinlan looks up. And Kilwarren lead on the scoreline of 11 points. Blackrock of Cork 5 are the Cork champions. And what about that fire display by Jim O'Mara? Breaking there by Denny Cahill. Defenders, the tackles, what for them? As the ball is Jim. And the ball is Jim is fouled. And you know, when you foul Jim Williams, yes, he is determined. He is exuberant to get those players on the move. Jim shaking the arm. And Mick Kilcoyne, John Evans and company, heads down at the moment. It's Gilbert Williams with this free, and Gilbert cuts this one high up between the full back and the full forward. This captain with the goalkeeper. It's going goes in. It's gone over this one to 65. My cameraman said, will they keep it up? I don't know whether it's my voice or will they keep up the good play, but I hope both will last out this 60 minutes. Or should I say it is 30 minutes of the second half. I make it about 16 minutes gone. And Len Gaynor, you know, Len, man of many a battle, racing back here towards his fellow selectors. With the 65 in the middle of the field, it's Gilbert Williams. And Gilbert cuts this one high. It's high. It's over the bar. You know, if Connie Grace was running a marathon, he wouldn't be going as fast as he is chasing up here towards the selectors at the moment. The puck out from John O'Leary towards Dennis Cahill, breaking down by Mick Kilcoyne. Kept in play by John Evans, beat out by Jim O'Mara into the hands of Francis Collins. Francis making his way towards goals, being hooked up the ball by Seamus Hennessy, and the ball going in towards the goals, being battled up by the cornerback. That's Seamus Gibson, and the ball goes towards the corner forward, towards the full forward. Eamon O'Donoghue, aiming high and over the bar. Yes, Cocker introducing another substitution. Number 18 in the game for Cork. He's replacing number 5, and that's number 5. Or number 4 maybe. That's Andy Cray. Is that the team captain coming towards the line? Ball will be back with the action on the far side of the field, breaking towards the Kilwarren goals. Gilbert Williams racing back, and Gilbert playing defensive stuff for the moment. Bishop making sure the ball goes back to where he has lots of space, and yes, Gilbert has all the space in the world, and clears the ball up the field into the hands of his brother Jim. And Jim with all the time, the space, and everything in the world. Between breaking up there towards Quinlan. Quinlan flicks the ball towards the full forward, and Quinlan actually pulled down. The ball breaking loose for Kilwarren still. There's a lot of hurleys and there's hurleys and everything going in there at the moment. A lot of hardy pulling. The ball breaks out towards Eamon O'Shea. Eamon has a shot on the run. The ball breaks to the side of the field. Well, it comes to the Blackrock sub. Number 18, I think that's Owen Kavanagh in the game. The ball breaks out to the side of the field. Jim O'Mara tackle for it, as does Eamon O'Donoghue. Eamon O'Donoghue's hand pass is blocked down by Jim O'Mara and the referee, Denny O'Mara, hand pass out towards the far side of the field where Michael Hogan and Michael's shoulder tackles, but the ball breaks out towards John Evans, and the ball breaks back at the moment into the hands of the wing back Joe Banahan. Joe is host off the ball, but the man is not host off the ball. That's Gilbert Williams, or Jerry Gilbert, yes it was, towards Michael Cahill, or towards Dennis Cahill. You know, when there's so many Cahills, so many Williamses, I don't blame him for getting mixed up. The ball coming towards the side of the field, kept in play by a Blackrock man, going very close sideline, got over the sideline, line ball to Kilruan. The vain efforts of John Evans didn't keep that ball in play. Denny Cahill and Len Gaynor there having words of encouragement for one another. And can Gilbert Williams, who has sent over a beautiful point from a 65, can he tee up this one and cut it in around the Blackrock kitchen, so to speak? A Seamus Jurek test on early, and Gilly cuts it high towards Michael Hogan, the wing back, and now operating, I don't know where, but he's operating out there somewhere, and that's good play, but it's the substitution for Blackrock, and that's Owen Kavanagh, and Owen's shot going up towards the centre field man, Mick Kilcoyne shot going, and goes back as far as John Cahill, and you know, John had all the time, the energy and everything, and sent that ball out towards the sideline, going very close to the sideline, kept in play over there, but only sent back in as far as Banahan, and Banahan now with the time, the energy, sending that ball up in the back, full back and a full forward. And it's Brown and Williams, and it's broken loose to Eamon O'Shea, and can Eamon send this ball across? Yes, he can towards Jerry Williams, and Jerry Williams sealed the issue. Oh! Jerry Williams has shot, but Eamon O'Shea is not disappointed. Eamon O'Shea is enjoying it. Eamon O'Shea is urging them on. 20 minutes gone in the game. The scoreline reads Blackrock of Cork 6 points, Kilruan McDonough's of Tipperary 12. Double scores as Banahan breaking back there as Williams again. That centre back, or wing back, pulled on there by Michael Hogan. Towards Jerry Williams, pulled down by McCurtain of Cork. Towards Joe Banahan. And Joe, you know, he took all the time in the world to send that one in, but send it in. Blocked out by the fullback for Richie Brown, pulled out by Jim Williams. Hardy, honest to goodness, Tipperary Cork hurling in the back line there. Racing back together is Dermot McCurtain of Cork. Dermot's shot, and he goes back as far as his cornerback, his wing back, Tom Cashman, I should say. And Tom probing shot up the field, blocked out there. Ground condition pretty difficult, but Jim O'Mara makes no condition difficult, and Jim is fouled. Jim O'Mara, yes, Gilbert Williams leaving the free to Joe Banahan. And when you've got a half back line who can take frees from all angles, and Gilbert Williams, the flinch fist, the fist that will tell his forwards to move forward as Banahan sends this one high, sends it up the field. In between the full-back and the full forward, it's the full forward who gets it, Jim Williams. Jim leaves it, breaks loose for a moment towards Michael Hogan, and racing out is Eamon O'Shea and Cashman. And O'Shea gets there first, but Cashman pulls on the ground and pulls on O'Shea, and the referee is going to throw the ball in. He's going to throw the ball in, yes it is. A throw in. A shoulder to shoulder, just two players in the throw in. One of those is Jim Williams, the other is the cornerback. The ball breaks out towards Enda Hogan. Enda didn't get his Enda playing defensive or playing attacking for a moment. Towards Jerry Williams. Hand passing handball style. Towards Jim Williams. Jim with the ball in the hand, and Jim has shot high over the ball. No. Very, very close from Jim Williams. Cork wanting the quick puck out, but Kilruan alert to the puck out as well as the ball breaks to this side of the field between Evans and Jim O'Mara. Yes, Jim O'Mara, the line-hearted Jim O'Mara, the PMT official. Then he gets the ball a bit further up, kept in play there by O'Mara still. Back to Michael Hogan, the one-handed injured Michael Hogan, but gets that ball away. Not as far as where he intended. A clash of bodies there, and a foul there on the... A very hefty tackle. Will that man see the line? Number 4 for Blackrock. Will he see the line? A deliberate tackle, a deliberate free, and I would say that man may not be too many metres away from a sideline. And that man is Andy Cray, the cornerback, captain of the day. Yes, he looks to be going. No, he pointed towards the sideline. A stern warning. The Kilruan man looks a bit shaken, and I said the referee will throw in the ball from this resultant setup. And And Seamus Hennessy over on the far side of the field. He's not in the action, and that's Philip Quinlan who is back in the action. And the referee is going to throw the ball in. It's Cork who are retaliating. Now the referee is going to throw the ball in again because Killowan's Jerry Williams and number 7 of Cork, that's Tom Cashman, were pulling fairly hard, and Jim Williams is trying to negotiate a bit of peace talks. It looks like Northern Ireland. Jim Williams was negotiating peace talks. He's giving out to his brother Jerry, Michael McGrath, the junior team captain, and the referee awards a free to Blackrock. Now the crowd do not like it, but like it or not, it's a free to Blackrock, and it's Frank Cummins, the centre back, to take it. And Frank cuts this one high, going very high into the hands of the full-back Dennis O'Mara. And you know, Tipperary was short full-backs, but now it looks like they have one in their hand, and Dennis O'Mara out towards Denny Cahill, and then he cuts that one low towards Jerry Williams. Jerry fouled from behind for the moment and passed it towards Denny Cahill. Denny along the ground towards Jerry one more time, and Jerry is pulled there by number 7, a little name in the book, Jim, keep it cold, as Jim Williams says that to Denny Cahill. You know, Jerry Williams, you're a line-hearted. Number 7 there, Jim O'Mara, I would say, inquiring, not alone that, for how much time left. I make it 25 minutes gone, and the referee awarding a free to Killowan, and Gilbert Williams to take it. And the stand, I think, is moving here in Limerick. The ball breaking up towards Eamon O'Shea, pulled out there by Jerry Williams. The man in the ward a few moments ago kept that ball in play, breaks into the Frank Cummins, and the Kilkenny man now playing with Cork, trying to get that ball out. Being chased by Eamon O'Shea. Still has the ball in the hand. How far did he carry it? He didn't carry it long enough, says the referee. It's breaking out towards Jim O'Mara, and Jim dispossesses the number, been beaten by 2 Corkmen, but gets the ball in, breaking by Enda Hogan. Enda on the ground, towards the Killowan man. That's Jim Williams, and Jim looking up and looking, sending that one high and over the bar. Oh no, sending it wide. And I can see Connie Keogh saying, it's all right, Jim. Well, it may be all right, Jim. There's about 4 minutes left in this game. There's Tipperary on a scoreline, represented by Killowan, 12 points. Blackrock of Cork on a scoreline of 6 points. O'Leary's puck out towards the far side, a loose man on the far side of the field. That loose man isn't loose for long. It's Enda Hogan batting it away. And Jim Williams, yes, Jim, he may be full forward, full back, anything, but he's operating back there at the moment. There's a lot of loose Blackrock men at the moment, but they don't seem to be able to get the ball where they want it. That ball passed back there towards the cornerback Andy Cray, towards the wing-back Tom Cashman. Tom rivets this shot up the field. It's bad out there towards the full forward. It's hooked out of it by the cornerback Gibson, and it's Jim O'Mara in to take the things in there. And the referee going to throw the ball in. How many times has the ball been thrown in this game? I am losing count, but anyway. I make it 3.5 minutes left in the game. Banahan and Cashman battle for it together. The ball breaks loose. It goes towards the corner flag. It's the cornerback Jim Cashman being chased by the corner that ball breaks into the Killowan goals. It's into the hands of Paddy Williams. And you know, or Jim Williams, and Jim with 11 on his back, a clearance like that from the centre forward, centre back, centre what have you, but Jim clears it over the sideline. Yes, my co-workers tell me exactly 3 minutes left in the game, and Blackrock and Killowan getting behind their players. We are seeing championship, we are seeing good stuff. The referee not happy with the sideline cut. Not happy, the player's not back far enough. He wants it retaken. Can we have hurling history at 3:45 on a December evening? Or will Blackrock of Cork come back? It's Cashman to take that sideline cut into the hands of John Cahill. Look to be pushed for the moment, but into the hands of another Denny O'Mara in there, as is Jim O'Mara. Breaks back towards Gibson, and Gibson with the ball in her hand. That's all the time in the world, and the world will free out. A foul on Gibson. A foul on Seamus Gibson. And Seamus has swashed the bottle. And when you get a swash of the bottle from Michael Cahill, it gives you all a hell of a lot of energy, as does Tony Shepard's free when he's going to take it. Tony Shepard with the free towards this side of the field. The watch is ticking. Eamon O'Shea breaks the ball down. Left towards Quinlan. Quinlan fouls Cummins, but that Cummins is shot. And Cummins acknowledges that he was fouled, and Quinlan acknowledges likewise. The referee leaving it to his linesman. And Hogan leaving the ball there. So it is all right, like there's lots of time, as Enda say, might say. And as the crowd get behind the Killowan team, Blackrock, delaying time. Frank Cummins, the Kilkenny man, based in Cork, with the free. He cuts this one high. In between Cahill and O'Mara, and that's Jim O'Mara. Yes, the P&T official on Barra Fish. As that ball out towards Eamon O'Shea. Big shot down. Two chasing for him. As Dermot McCurtain races over to this side of the field. Last side of the field, being chased by Michael Hogan. That ball breaks back, but racing over there to get it is Paddy Williams. Paddy keeps the ball in play. And it lives over there too. One-handed swing there by Banahan. Joe Banahan. Killowan players with all the urgency, with all the determination. That ball off the line out of the stick of Killowan man for a Blackrock ball. And I just see Eamon O'Shea going down here. Got a free to Killowan meanwhile, so I apologize, not a line ball. A free to Killowan, a chop down. Eamon O'Shea went down here on a tackle, but it was like a sponge ball. Hopped back up again and away with him. He's now in on the 20-metre line. It's the full forward, Paddy Bowler Williams, to cut this one high and wide. My score recorder tells me 1 minute left in the game. I think the referee thinks that as well. The scoreline reads Killowan's 12 points, Blackrock of Cork, and it's Jim O'Mara. Jim, a hand pass out towards Paddy Williams. Paddy's shot didn't go where intended. It's blocked out by the Blackrock man. And it looks to be a foul sent out by Michael Cahill, or Dennis Cahill. I'll soon get them right if I keep trying. Going towards the corner flag position, left in there by the full-back. Quinlan gets the ball. It's a lot of hard play going on up there. Left out to Quinlan. The referee penalising Quinlan for picking the ball off the ground. All right, Philip, it's all right, he says. And a lot of Killowan supporters on the field. Is there going to be not a space invasion, but a pitch invasion? As John O'Leary pucks that one, the referee checks his watch. The full time was blown. And club history has been made. Tipperary history has been made. Irish history has been made. Killowan are Munster club hurling champions of 1985 on a scoreline of Killowan McDonough's 12 points. Blackrock of Cork, the fame, the mighty, has been fallen on a scoreline of 6 points. A 6-point winning lead, and I see John Evans, the footballer, now hurler, very dejected. But stars won't win games, determination will win them. And players, coaches, officials embrace one another in the middle of the field. A historic occasion for Killowan, a historic occasion for Tipperary. And I see the linesman getting a few pats on the back. Linesman, you did your job today. Umpires, you did your jobs. Referee, you did your job. And Killowan not saying that they were doing anything unfairly the last day, but today they have won fairly. They have won on a scoreline of Killowan McDonough's, Tipperary and Munster champions at the moment. 12 points. Blackrock of Cork, 6 points. Agus Leshin or Park Nagail in Limnock, the Ennis Road Browns in Limerick, the home of the Bennesses, the home of the Pat Hartigan and company. We wish you well. We wish Killowan well in their quest for further honours. Agus Leshin, Fogamy Sloan, you can cope the moment. And as I say that, Len Gaynor is being cheered shoulder high. And what better man to be cheered shoulder high, as I see a banner which says Killowan, Octiog Octos the Cahal, Nadiog Octos the Cahal. 100 years. It may have been 100. It may have been 200. But Killowan are County Munster champions.
Ihe is bar agus an ihe is broadúla a bhíogain go dtí seo. Tres bhí uairháin eile leis na fiú atá bhíogaí ar an lorí. Tortha na mór, léicre na mór í an ocht. So, on your behalf, on my own behalf, I want to thank them for what they've done, for the effort they've put in, to the men behind them, to the subcommittee, to their selectors, to their trainers, and to themselves. Thanks very much, we say, the people of the parish say, the people of Tipperary, I'm sure, say, for what you've done for Tipperary hurling today. Vice President of the club, unfortunately, Father Murray, our President, cannot be here, but we have the neighbour deputy, Father Murray, who will now address you. Father Murray. Friends and fellow Gaels, on behalf of the priests and people of this parish, I want to congratulate our victorious team today. Tony and his victorious men who won the Munster Club Championship. It was a mighty game. A mighty game. If they had won last Sunday, it would have been a mighty victory. But to win this replay against Blackrock, the Cork champions, was indeed a mighty, mighty victory. It was a glorious day for the parish. Thanks to the dedication, to the talent of the team and the panel, the selectors, coach, Glenn Gaynor, and all the officials who helped and new supporters who with your vocal support gave them every minute of the game today, supported them right to the final whistle for a victory, the likes of which I haven't seen, and I hope maybe that I will see some again, but it was something that I've never seen before, a victory like this. A Munster Club Championship. We are proud of the team and the panel and the club that has brought this championship here to our parish. It was a manly game, it was a sporting game, it was a tough game. It was the style of hurling that those of us who are old enough to have seen the older style of game really appreciate today. It was a tough, hard game, but fair and manly. And it was manliness and dedication and talent that won out for a finish. I remember Father Fight here a couple of weeks ago making a comment that our players had played during the year and no one had been put on. I wouldn't count that a great compliment, but what I would count a great compliment today was the fact that our forwards did so well, our center feet, and our backs in the last 20 minutes of that game, when they were under pressure and hard pressure, never gave way up free. That's the kind of manly, intelligent hurling that we expect from county champions and Munster champions. That's what we got. We thank you for the memory of this day. It will stay with us for many and many a year. Thank you very much. We call on the man who fashioned this victory, these victories, let go. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we're celebrating the most famous victory that has ever been achieved in this parish. Not alone are we Tipperary champions, we're champions of Munster. And no team deserves more to be champions of Munster than this McDonald team that represented us today. They went down to Callow and they had a hell of a battle in their hands. And through sheer grit and determination, when the game was gone against them, when we had to play Callow on their home ground, this team rallied and they fashioned victory out of nothing. They got over the point ahead, and that was enough to get us to the Munster final. So we went to finish that Sunday, and we were facing the mighty Blackrock. And there was a lot of talk and a lot of bragging
about what Cork hurling had to offer. And the champions that they should have been this year. They should have been All-Ireland champions only for Galway and South Dakota. And Blackrock had half of that Cork team with them. And the McDonagh stuck firm again. I'm telling you, for the Alaska gas pint by Blackrock that earned them the draw last Sunday. So here we were again going out today. Blackrock were ready this time. They weren't going to be fooled. They weren't going to be caught out their guard. They were going to reckon the Tipperary champion. But what happened? We beat them off the field. And that's why we're proud tonight for our hurlers, as we always were. And I'm telling you, the name McDonagh will reach throughout Ireland tonight. And it is only right. That ever come out of this parish. A chap through these streets when we were in our hotel up. Thomas McDonagh. A man who stepped out and did his bit for Ireland. And not alone did he do his bit, but he stepped out to face death. So that we, the coming generation, could go play our games when we liked, could live our own lives when we liked. And that's why we take the name McDonagh. And that's why we there's nothing more for me to say. I cannot compliment the team enough. You were doing it. You did it by your support today. It was a parish effort. Let there be no doubt about it. Not 15, but the whole parish were there. Tonight we're proud of them. We'll be proud of them forever. And I thank them. And I thank you for being here today. Go get them out. We'll go there. Getting fed up with coming in here for the last couple of months to listen to us. No one knows the name of the cup, there's nothing on it. There's no name on it, but we decided to call it the Red Gale Cup. But it's a great honour for me to be captain and be part of this great Kilruane McDonagh team. Of course, this is the greatest day ever in the history of Kilruane McDonagh. But we tend to have greater days. Because even though it was a great performance today and we wanted to cup champions, we want to go on further and, you know, the calculators are no good to us. We want to go on the whole way. We're the All-Ireland Cup champions. You've done a lot of shouting down through the 12 months. It's been a long year for you, and I'm sure I'll be a horse at this stage. But you're going to have to stick with us, because we have another outing next Sunday against London. And hopefully, with the help of God, next Patrick's Day, you'll all be out again, roaring your heads off again. You'll horse again next class as well. I'd like to thank you for your support today. It was really tremendous. And your support, especially down in Shadow. It was such a long journey down to Shadow, and we thought, you know, we have a handful of supporters and that was it, but every one of you turned out your numbers there, and it's tremendous. And you did it again today. There was a lot of people outside the parish there, and it was tremendous on the field. Listen to you roaring your heads off, and it gave us great gifts, especially the second half there when we needed it.
Keep your head down, please, passenger. Just for a minute, okay?